Happy Sunday fun day, everyone.
What was so close about the call that you just sat down? We're bathroom?
I had to run to the little girls' room and make it on time before
was not
the live
I heard it.
started. There's on our end, we can see a countdown of when we pre-scheduled the live, and it was down to 2 seconds.
It was scary, but I ain't scared about the timing. I'm scared about the little girls' room.
Welcome to our weekly live, everyone. If this is your first time hanging out with us live, hanging out in the live chat, Jeremy usually likes to start the live off with a song, which is why he has this little guy out.
I don't know if I should maybe do this week because last week I broke a string.
Last week he did break one of his favorite guitars, and we have yet to replace the string. Is it something I can order online?
No, I have the strings. I just have to restring it.
Okay. All right. Well, then take it off, Jeremy.
Okay. I don't know. Do you want me to start with the socks? Or...
No. Put your socks back on.
Nope. Doing what you do.
Put your socks back on.
Socks are gone. Taking it off.
How are you going to thundersteal? That's my thing, leaving the socks on the floor around the house. I'm a trendsetter. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh, now you're making up
Go
words.
ahead, Jeremy.
Okay, ready now?
I'm ready.
Next line.
It wasn't really a song. They're waiting. The people at home are waiting.
Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead, Jeremy. Sing your song to me. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Jeanette, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker.
I said sing to me. Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Jeremy with the G.
Sing to me. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I like where this is.
I said sing to me. Nice song, not bad.
Is it better than feeding time? Because I know that's your favorite.
No, nothing's going to beat feeding time. If you're happy and you know it, type what the hell.
Type it in the chat.
Where else would they type it, sweetie?
In the live chat. I know a lot of people are new to this whole live business and aren't familiar with the live chat.
All right, if you need directions, type it in the live chat.
Just giving you directions.
What the hell's time? What the hell?
Thank you, Melissa, for the $2.99.
Thank you so much. If you love what the hell.
Todd said he could smell your feet. Put your socks back on.
Interesting.
Susie, thank you for the $10.
And you want to put some wind in Camp Patmos's sails. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
I went ahead, Jeremy, and I sang you a song.
It.
If you love what the hell.
Thank you, Wendy, for the 2.
Tap what the hells.
There they go.
If you love what the hells and what the hells. You love what the hells and what the hells. If you love what the hells and you want to put some wind in the camp sails. If you love what the hells, type what the hells.
Thanks, Nate, for the $5.
All right.
I'm assuming they're suggesting you replace the rope on the sled that the former owner left us, the previous owner.
Why would they want to replace the rope on the sled?
Because when the rope dries, the sled will fall.
Minor detail. That'd be awesome video. Completely and totally awesome video. The best video ever. All right. We've got a ton to cover tonight. We got a huge auction tonight as well. And we've got mail and updates and all kinds of things.
Thank you, Heidi, for the 5.
All right.
Yeah, we had a fun, busy week. And one of the highlights of our week was Camp Fatmas, which was in your song.
Yeah, that was in the song.
Thank you, Cliff.
So let's remind all of our friends and family out there that what do they need to do if they're on YouTube right now?
Rhonda, thank you so much for the 5.
If you're on YouTube right now, what should they do?
If you're watching us on the YouTube platform and
YouTubes,
and you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe because it's free. I repeat, it's free.
You mean it doesn't cost anything?
It's not free 99.
It's just free. You know, I had to write a check.
Cole, thank you so much.
I had to write a check for 3 cents today.
That's so ridiculous.
Not free. I had to
Wesley,
write
thank you so
a
much
check
for the $1.99
for 3 cents. I was showing it to George. I'm like, I can't believe this. One of my properties, they updated the tax number somehow. And for the second half of taxes, I pay it all up front because I don't want to mess around with it later.
Property taxes. And
they sent me an invoice for 3 cents.
3 cents.
I was like, George, can you believe this? I have to write a check for 3 cents. The stamp is going to cost more than the value of the check.
Well,
I wrote a check for $0.03.
Well, the stamp is going to cost more, but the envelope costs probably more.
And the check and the
ink that you're using.
Yeah.
Bill,
and
thank you so much for the
not
10.
even to mention my time, which is useless. But that's besides the point.
I do believe it because I once had to write a check for 1 penny.
Who'd you write it to?
1 penny to my son's school.
You had to write a check for a penny.
For 1 penny, yeah. I wrote the check wrong and I shorted it by 1 penny. I must have been blind that day and saw a different number when I wrote the cents on the penny.
I told George, I'm just going to put 3 pennies in the envelope. But if I do that, then I don't have a record of paying it.
BC Eagle Deb, prayers for you. Thank you so much for the 5.
So subscribing to the channel is 100% absolutely.
Oh, Conky says diesel to get to the post office.
Oh my goodness, diesel right now.
The price of diesel just makes me so sick to my stomach. And I was telling Jeremy, I said, do you remember how much fuel cost when you started driving as a child?
Like 80 to 90 cents a gallon.
Yeah. For me, it was like 86 cents, 87 cents. And back then, $10, it only cost $10 to fill up. And even back then, at that age, at 16, that was a lot of money for a 16-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would love to pay $10 now to fill up my tank. And I spent the most I've ever spent with the gas prices now on my Jeep is $130. I just looked at my son and Aunt Camelia George, and I was like, can you believe this?
And Aunt Camelia George is like, yes.
Yeah, because in California, it's $8 a gallon.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you got this so
Tracy,
good.
Tracy, thank you so much for the $4.99.
Can I steal one of Jimmy's shirts? Yeah. So, yeah.
So back to subscribing and it being free. In order to hang out with us in the live chat and make new friends with our awesome communities in the chat, you do have to be subscribed in order to leave a comment. So if you're like, I'm trying to send a comment and it's not going through, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe. If you're on the Facebook platform, head on over quickly to the YouTube platform, subscribe real quick. A bell will pop up. Make sure you hit the all because then you'll be notified every time we release a new video and when we go live every Sunday. Pam, thank you so much for the $10. What else? We recently hit a milestone.
We did. What was that milestone?
The milestone was that we hit 555,000 subscribers.
I'm shocked we ever even got one.
I don't know. I like keeping tabs of all the different milestones that the channel reaches.
Yeah, you're all about that, and I'm all about let's just get another video out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we both dabble into the analytics of the channel.
Sure, absolutely.
And keep tabs on it. But just to be able to watch the channel grow and the growth and how one of the things that I love asking when we meet fans out and about is, how did you hear about us? Which video was the first video that you watched? And so hearing the different responses. Usually it's Merlin Raby sucks dry gravy sent $4.99. She says, I wrote a check for 5 cents. Tax on a recently acquired trailer.
Yeah, go figure.
Apparently, the previous owner didn't pay the correct license fee. Oh, Marilyn, you and your shenanigans.
Marilyn.
Wesley Hale, thank you so much for the $4.99. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I always ask, how did you find us? And do you remember which video was your first video? Most people do remember the first video that they've watched. And then most people are like, I don't know, I found you by accident on YouTube. Or some people will say, I found you by accident on Facebook. We met up with some of our Bible study groups, and they invited someone that we didn't know from the Bible study. And he even knew. He goes, he's like, why do you look so familiar?
Indian guy in an internship at the church.
Yeah.
And he goes, I think I know you. And I'm like, I don't know.
Angela Collins, yes, thank you so much.
Florida, your neighbors. I'm like, oh my goodness.
With your Florida neighbors.
I'm like, that's how you know me? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. So he knew us from the Florida neighbors.
Kathy Viking, thank you so much for the $5.
All
he
the
finds a lot of Ghostbuster toys. Curiosity Inc.
Oh yeah,
Adam
he does.
Perticus says June 26th, Elvis performed his last concert.
1977.
May he R.I.P. Thank you so much, Adam. Wyatt, thank you so much for the 10. We're getting a super chat flood right now.
Is this a super chat wave?
Super chat wave.
Make sure you tell in that this super chat goes towards Jeremy, or this super chat goes towards George.
Or Camp Patmos.
Team,
we had a couple Camp Patmos.
We want Camp Patmos. We're going to tell you where to give towards Camp Patmos. We're going to give you a link specifically for that.
Yes.
But you can give a super chat towards the wave, towards Team George or Team Jeremy. And listen, I don't win often. So, how about one for the little guy here?
Oh, geez. Thank you so much, Christine Roman Pizza, for the $9.99.
Romans made pizza?
Mm-hmm.
I know there was the Roman road. I didn't know about the Roman pizza. So the road was to actually get to the pizza then?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I understand completely now. The Romans had to put in a road to get to the Roman pizza.
Gilbert Sark, thank you so much for the $2.99.
There is a super chat wave.
Super chat. Betty Roger, thank you so much for the $10.
I'm pretty sure Betty Roger sent that one in the name of Jeremy, right?
I don't know. Rocky Nelson wants to know, have I seen the movie, the new Elvis movie yet? No, not yet. I do want to see it. So maybe later.
We'll probably have time to see it in about 5 years.
Marilyn sent $5 and said, Team Marilyn. You don't follow the rules, Marilyn. That was not part of the instructions.
She's giving that $5 to the Wooster Popo.
Debbie sent $2 for you to get me a weighted blanket.
No
Debbie,
weighted
thank you so much for the
blanket.
Bugs Adventure says Team Peacocks. Another one that doesn't know how to follow instructions.
What is it?
Thank you, Bugs Adventures.
What is it with our community here? They're creative.
Very.
You know what? That's
you guys
probably
are the best.
What's the one thing I tell Christian Impatience all the time? I go, if you learn one thing from me.
If you haven't learned anything from me,
learn
you've learned one thing from me.
Creativity. Be creative. Do not be stuck in somebody else's box.
Dave Sellers is watching. Thank you
there's
so much, Dave, for the 99.
There's Dave from Camp Patmos. We are giving you an update tonight on the donations, and we are going to send you the link so you can continue to donate. So that's my good buddy Dave Sellers right there with Camp Patmos. And so we can. I want to hold off a little bit before we get to the update because I want to give more people a chance to get in here tonight.
Wyatt said his super chat went to me because I'm prettier than you.
Wyatt, no kidding.
Kimberly, thank you so much for the $1.
If I was pretty instead of handsome, would you still want to even?
You are pretty handsome.
Okay, I'll give you
both.
that. All right,
you're both.
Fist bump. All right, there you go.
Yeah. So if you want to donate, when you guys send us super chats, which is a donation to the channel, YouTube does keep a portion of it. But I know a lot of you have already donated to Camp Patmos. If you donate to them on their website, there are no additional fees. There are no hidden fees.
I'm going to give you their website right now. We're going to talk. We're going to talk more about that tonight.
Thank you so much for the 5.
We're absolutely going to talk more about that tonight. So I'm putting it in the chat right now. Their website for giving.
Yep.
And so we have that. If you have not watched, I'll get into a little bit of it right now. So I wanted to wait, but you just transitioned me in there. Team Possum.
Sorry.
Colin T.
Budget Gamer said Team Hale is to catch the coyote and send $5.
That coyote. Do you want before?
Colleen, thank you so much for the $2.
I gave the link for them to donate directly to Camp Patmos.
Yes.
I'm going to put it in one more time.
If any of our previous links did not work for you, this is the link that should work. So we apologize for the link that didn't work if you try to click on it and it didn't work for you.
And we also, a lot of our UK viewers and a lot of our overseas viewers have shared with us.
Yes.
We can't donate through that link. Is there another way? Dave is working on that. He's trying to get his Zelle account open for the camp as well. And so as soon as we have that information, we're going to be updating you throughout this process. So we have 2 major fundraisers this year. Number 1, the orphan children in Egypt in all of the school supplies. Excuse me. Number 2, Camp Patmos generating another $150,000 so kids can go to camp. And so this isn't just a one video and all right, then it's off the radar. These are what we're going to be pushing all year. You're going to get to see the end of the donation, the end all goal in September with all the backpacks and all the school supplies in Egypt. And then we also want to continue the process showing you with Camp Patmos and getting the kids to camp as well. So that's something that we're continuing to work on with Dave and Camp Patmos. But we'll get a further update in that in just a little bit.
Yeah, we got lucky where we didn't get banned from Egypt.
And got lucky that I haven't been banned from Camp Patmos. So let's just, I mean, lucky on both ends, right?
But we're able to go back to Egypt.
Yeah, and able to go back to Camp Patmos still. So there's a bonus. There's a bonus.
Elle sent $5. She says, for Team Jeremy, because I found the channel before George was on it.
Yeah! It was rough days back then. Rough days. Think about the beginning of where we started. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
All started with camping
Dennis,
hacks.
thank you so much for the $5. There's another super chat wave coming through right now. Trisha Downing, thank you so much for the
10 for you and 10 for me. Nice.
It's a tiebreaker.
Don't forget to send 10 to Camp Patmos. I'm gonna put the link in one more time.
Crafty Jen sent $5 for Team Fluffy Chicken.
Yeah, Fluffy Chicken. The chicken. Well, let's transition a little bit because.
Thank you so much, Jackie, for the $4.99.
Let's talk about the chickens. How are the chickens doing? Everybody wants to know.
The chicken are doing fantastic.
And the peacock.
And the peacock are doing extra fantastic.
And the coyote.
The coyote. He's still wily.
How do you feel?
Nancy, $1.99. Thank you so much for.
How do you feel about that coyote being within 50 feet of you, literally stalking you as prey?
I panicked. I was actually working on my phone and talking to Jeremy while he was in here in the office. Were you in the office?
I was in the office working.
Yes, and I heard. A lot of times you hear animals rustling in the dead leaves, right? And so we have a ton of squirrels on the property. We have a ton of chipmunk. And so those are like tiny little crunches. Well, I heard some pretty heavy crunches and I was like, whoa, what is that? I look over and at first I thought it was a baby deer, like a fawn, because there were fawns
up in the front of the property
that our neighbor took pictures of and sent us. And Francis Rampy, thank you so much for the $5.
Francis, go to the website, camppatmos.com. They do all kinds of adult camping.
Yes.
They actually do family camp. You can go as a family unit.
Charles
they do women's
Henry,
retreat, men's retreat, marriage retreats, all kinds of ministry opportunities there.
So any of the funds that you donate to Camp Patmos directly on their website will be scholarships not only for the children but for adults and for the family.
So let me dig into that a little bit because I want to give an update to everybody in regards to that, and I think we've got a good base that has come in here. So number one.
Wait, let me finish my coyote story.
All right, go. Okay.
So there was really heavy, loud crunching. I look over thinking that it's a baby deer, and it was the coyote. literally right behind where we were sorting all of the Egyptian book bags and donations. It was literally a hop and a skip away. And I try to get it on my phone, but you can't record on a phone when you're on the phone with
So
someone.
she was on the phone
so I'm
with
begging
me.
him to hang up because my camera's
I wasn't
on.
anywhere near the phone.
He
I
runs
ran
away
up
from
to
his
the
phone.
roof and I got the little something to take care of the problem. And I'm on the roof and she's begging me on the phone.
Please hang up. I can't record when I'm on the phone. And he's nowhere near
I'm nowhere
me, so
near the
he just
phone.
took off. So I had to close the camera app to hang up. And by the time I got back on the camera app, it had already taken off. So that's the story with the coyote. Back onto Camp Patmos and how the money is being
Mama Pato just donated. Thank you so much. All right. So we are going to transition into Camp Patmos, the $150,000 donation, almost 2 year in the making video.
Yes.
So as I've shared with so many,
Grammy Ellis, thank you so much for the $2.99.
The foundational ministry in my life. And by the way, you guys, you all know, your family, your friends here on this YouTube community, you know that faith is foundational to our lives.
Thank you, Renee, for the 5.
And while you don't hear me preaching on the channel, although I have done that sometimes, and hopefully I don't get too far into that tonight, because I am gonna talk about some biblical principles a little bit this evening as well. But it's foundational to my whole life. It's when I wake, it's when I sleep, when I walk, when I talk, when I rise, when I lay down, you name it.
Rocky,
it's
so
part
of
of my life. So it outflows in my life. And I think stewardship, we've talked about financial stewardship so much on this channel. We've talked about how to become
Thank you,
fun
Jackie,
employed.
for the $9.99.
We've proactively have tried to teach you how to be fun employed, how to work for yourself. And part of that is financial stewardship, is giving. It is an absolute. It is giving. Financial stewardship is giving, part of that process. Now, you can give in multiple ways. You can give of your treasure. That's your money. You can give of your time. You can volunteer for organizations. You can give of your talent. There are things that George can do that I can't do.
The list's not very long.
Okay, well, then there are things that I can do that George can't do. And that list is even shorter.
Very long.
So
it is long.
There are ways to help different
thank
organizations
you so much for the
who
$4.99.
help people. And obviously what is vital.
Gunny Boone, thank you so much for the 2.
And foundational in my heart is Camp Patmos, the way that has impacted me. It is where truly I found my voice in ministry and found the calling of my life in ministry. And if we read Revelation, Jesus is talking to the 7 churches. You know, there's 7 churches, and there's sevens everywhere in the book of Revelation. And it's the church of Ephesus. He says, you have forgotten your first love. And I don't want Jesus to ever look at me. Now, by the way, Jesus is their first love, right?
Thank you, Paul, for the 5.
Jesus is my first love. Camp Patmos is so foundational in that first love for Jesus.
Mike Davis, thank you so much.
I don't ever want to be guilty of Jesus looking at me and saying, Jeremy, you've forgotten your first love. First and foremost being Jesus. And then also the foundational ministry that has impacted me in so many different ways. My personal growth, my professional growth, my spiritual growth.
One ancient one, thank you so much for the $4.99.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
She met a bear.
Whoa, bear.
It scared her. We're waiting for the bear to show up on our property.
By the way, we're going to give you an update how much has been given so far. So stay tuned. Hang with me here. And so Camp Patmos has this tender place in my heart, and always deep love, and always will. It is a first love for me. Jesus is my first love, and Camp Patmos is a first love. I love Christian camping ministry.
Email me, Els, at whatthehales@yahoo.
And you know I love camping.
Yes.
I mean, it's just in my blood.
It's instilled in him.
To the point of where we're making campgrounds here on the property, even camping areas. But Christian camping is deep, near and dear in my heart. And so to be able to be blessed by God, to be able to be a blessing back to other people is financial stewardship. It's a huge thing to be able to give of your time, of your talents, and of your treasure. And so we can't thank you guys enough in regards to the community that you've created here around YouTube. And every time you watch a video that we release, when you watch it from the very beginning, you watch it to the very end. By the way, you may be saying, I can't do anything to help Camp Patmos. I can't, I'm just not financially stable enough. There is something you can do. Remember, treasure, talent, time. You guys can keep watching videos from the very beginning to the very end. And the reality is this, how that equates. The more videos you watch from the very beginning to the very end, the more YouTube takes those videos and pushes it out to more people, which means the more people watch it and the more awareness for Camp Patmos and the more we're able to help organizations such as Camp Patmos. Okay.
Frank Chapman sent $20.
Oh, thank you so much.
Another one that's been watching BG.
Nice.
Before
George. And Frank used to come to the warehouse. He would pick up all of our Bibles. So Frank does Bible studies. He would pick up all the Bibles. He was like, how much you want? I'm like, take them. Go get the gospel out there. So we're not at the warehouse anymore because of Marilyn Raby and all the illegal activities she did.
Funny.
But
thank you for
Frank has been a blessing as well in what he does with all of those items and the Bibles as he shares them with other people.
I don't think I've met him. I never had the.
No, I don't think you were there. It was always me or Gwen or Tammy. So all that being said, the Lord has been able to bless us to the point of where we believe financial stewardship is to be able to be giving towards organizations. And a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you guys in regards to YouTube channels and giving that you really want to give wisely. And you want to know what you're giving towards is what it's going to be used towards. And financial stewardship in the way of giving towards an organization such as Camp Patmos, it's a tax-deductible charitable gift. And so it's a win-win for you. It's a win-win for Camp Patmos. And the biggest win, it's for the kids. And so how do you get to a point where you don't want to give towards kids? I'm passionate about kids. There's no doubt about that. But Camp Patmos doesn't just serve kids. Camp Patmos serves adults and kids and families. You got to see a part of the process of the kids, which was awesome. We had a ton of fun. That was the coolest thing ever. And we're probably going to be up there in a couple more weeks. We're trying to work that out. Housing is not working towards our
lodging up there
is not happening right now. We're trying to figure out lodging. But
you might have to camp out by Mother Mary.
We probably are going to be camping out by Mother Mary. So they have their largest week of camp. I mean, it's packed in a couple weeks, and we wanted to be up there for that. And so we were trying to stay at the state park, but they're all booked. And we're trying to stay at bed and breakfasts, but they're all booked. Yeah. So we may just, I don't know, we may just sleep in the truck. We'll figure something out. I don't know what we're going to do. By the boat ramp with the mayflies. But the point is, we're going to go back up and show you more parts and processes of that. And so financial stewardship is an aspect of giving. Now, that being said, there have been, and it's a handful of individuals. I want to focus on some biblical things here, okay? And by the way, if you don't know God or you don't want to know God, that's okay. There's still great principles that can be applied as you listen.
Well, in addition to that, Camp Patmos, even though it's a Christian camp, they welcome
everybody is welcome. So we have had a number of questions. We're like, is an atheist welcome to camp? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Everybody is welcome. They're going to be welcomed. They're going to be loved. They're going to be served, and they're going to have the time of their lives. And you heard testimony from the kids. They absolutely are going to have the best week of their life. There's no doubt about it. Okay. And so everybody is welcome. Okay. And
Jeremy loves to share a lot of his stories when he was the executive director. And one of the best compliments I think he's ever gotten was when someone dropped their child off, a week later come to pick it up and told him, I dropped my kid off as a child and you return him back to me as a mature adult, basically. Yeah.
And that's one of the things I've often said for the staff working at camp. By the way, if you have kids and if they've never worked at Camp Patmos is a great place to actually do a summer job as well. Yep,
they are hiring. So if you live local and you wanna,
you don't have to be local. You can be in California and go to Ohio. Lodging. So you're provided lodging, meals, and
Gunny Boone. Thank you so much.
If you've got a heart for God and a heart for people, it's a great place to serve. So the aspect of having a team and a staff, I always used to say our job was to bring in boys and girls and we would have over 100. And this is why Dave and I were serving together in Christian camping. And I would always say we'd bring in boys and girls, and they would leave men and women. And they would learn such incredible, valuable life lessons. And that's true in my life. Okay. So we want to give an update how much money has been given, and we want to continue to encourage you to give as well. Again, these are our 2 fundraisers. I do want to talk about some principles, though, because there's a handful of people who have said, Jeremy, I'm a Christian too, or I know the Bible too, and in regards to your giving, I'm offended by it. Because in Matthew 6, Jesus says a little something in regards to the Sermon on the Mount and giving. He says, when you give to the needy, don't announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues or in the streets, to be honored by others. Truly, I tell you, if you have received the reward in full. But when you give to the needy, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees it done in secret will reward you. All right, I want to touch base on this a little bit, okay? And again, YouTube isn't a place for me to preach, and I don't feel like I've ever been a pastor. I've been a leader in Christian ministry, but I've never had the very, very high position of pastor. And so I want to clarify that as I speak to you. I do have a seminary degree, and I love God and I love his word. And so for those who have come at the channel and have attacked the channel in regards to when we do Restored to Love, number one, I want to share with you very plainly and very boldly, this verse is about you. Now, right now you're offended and you're saying, well, what do you mean? Jesus is comparing hearts. Jesus isn't comparing the way we give. Jesus is giving a Sermon on the Mount, and he's comparing hearts and the motive of a heart. He says, when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do. Who's Jesus talking about? Is he talking about the people that do it with a pure heart? And is he talking about the people that actually do it out of a love for other people and a love for him? No, he's talking about people who do it so others can see it, to be honored by it. Okay? Jesus specifically is talking about the hypocrites. He's not talking about the people who do it out of a pure heart. Jesus in these passages is talking about the motives of hearts. And then he goes on to say, when you give, make sure that your left doesn't know what your right hand is doing. In other words, we're to give so generously, this one doesn't know what this one is doing, and to hand it over. And then he says, do it in secret. Okay, now I get that whole aspect. So some have attacked the channel, whether it be the Egyptian project, whether it be the Camp Patmos project. I am getting to a point here. Follow me, okay? And they said, no, you're doing it all wrong, and therefore Jesus isn't pleased by it. No, back up. This is about the heart. And frankly, if you're the person that's going, how dare you put this out there? How dare you openly give like that? I want to tell you openly, this is about you and your heart. We are to be very, very open and very, very cheerful givers. Okay. Now we'll look at some passages. So what they want to do, some people want to take this passage and go, oh no, you can't give openly. You can't give openly. And it's got to be in secret or it's not right. Okay. You're taking the whole passage out of context. Context means, what is Jesus talking about in the whole? He's comparing the motives of the heart, from the hypocrite to the pure heart. Okay. What about Proverbs 31? Who wrote Proverbs? You know this. 31, 8, 9. Who wrote it? You know, Solomon. All right, King Solomon, wisest man in the world. What does he say? He says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Okay, hold a second. If we're supposed to do things in private, why are we commanded to actually speak up for those who can't speak for themselves? For the rights are who are all destitute. Speak up for and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Now, I want to emphasize something here. For an individual to get an experience at Camp Patmos, if you were to take that in the secular world, secular meaning if you were to go on a cruise, if you were to go on a vacation, if you were to go on a non-Christian aspect of whatever it is and compare it, you'd be paying over $5,000 for that. As a matter of fact, some of you probably even watched the video. You're like, whoa, this has got to be so expensive. Do you understand that Dave has this huge responsibility on his shoulders to keep that price down as much as possible. He has to go fundraise. By the way, he has to speak for those in need. He has to go fundraise publicly and say, these are the needs. He has to do that with churches. He has to do that with individuals to keep the price down as low as possible so that all can actually come and attend the camp. So in regards to a $5,000 value, he's got camp roughly just under $500. That's incredible. So he has to go out and this huge responsibility, raise all this money to keep the fees down as low as possible so that anybody and everybody can actually attend. And then what we're trying to do is give him ministry tools in the boats so the other people can attend. And that's the hook and the line and the sinker. And then they come. And then we're asking you to partner with us and with Camp Adventist and with Dave to help further scholarship kids to come to camp. You see that huge budgetary amount of what would cost $5,000 easily in the secular world for that type of I don't want to call it a vacation, but really that kind of excursion, vacation, keeping that cost as far down as possible so that all can attend. I am a firm believer, and I've said this so often in Christian camping. Christian camping should not be for the white middle class. It should be for all. And so
Thank you so much for the $1.
We've done a lot, and I've done a lot in the past with city missions and things along those lines to scholarship kids to come to camp. And I know Dave does as well, that it's not just an inclusive, only these people get to go. It is everybody is welcome, and Dave's doing everything he possibly can to get kids to come to camp. That's where you are being invited to be a part of that process. And again, we're going to share with you how much has been shared already. But I want to get further into these biblical principles. 1 John 3:16 through 18. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ, he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay our lives down for our brothers and our sisters. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need, but has no pity on them, how can they call themselves a lover of God? Dear children, don't let us not love with words or speech, but we should love with actions and in truth. In other words, we should be out there doing. And as a matter of fact, that process of doing is letting the need be known. If nobody knows of the need, this is where I get a little frustrated with these individuals that contact us and say such foolish things and go, "Oh, how dare you give openly and publicly?" If nobody knows the need, who's going to speak up? Do you understand that? If nobody speaks, nobody knows the need. And how are we supposed to take care of those needy if we don't know the need? I mean, the same could be true when we do Restorage the Love. If we do Restorage the Love with a storage unit auction, if nobody approaches us, that's our storage unit, how are we going to know? Right. There has to be communication. And from that communication, it doesn't stop there. There must be action. And if there's action, it's going to be seen. And hopefully that leadership follows and points the way and goes, "Come on, let's keep doing this." And we've seen that on YouTube. Absolutely. With Restorage the Love. Other channels have jumped on board. They've restored the love as well, which has been exciting. Our goal is to lead and show the need.
Correct. Okay. So for a perfect example, when we started the book bag mission for the orphan kids in Egypt, we've gotten hundreds of emails from the viewers at home saying that we have inspired them to do a local book bag drive
in their local community.
And they don't even live in the same state. They live in different parts of the world. And so I believe that God has used us to use the YouTube platform in order to spread that inspiration and spread awareness that there are people in need, and that people like us should be able to help and to rally up people to help so that people that don't have anything can have something.
Acts chapter 2, the formation of the church, right? Jesus Christ ascends into heaven. There's the formation of the church. Remember, all of the believers, Acts chapter 2, verse 44, 45, all the believers, they were together and they had everything in common. They sold their property, their possessions, and they gave to everyone who had a need. You think that's public? So individuals who say, "How dare you use this as a public platform for donations?" I want to say this. That verse, Sermon on the Mount, is about you and it's about your heart. And I pray that God changes your heart and you start to lead.
James McDonald, thank you so much for the 25.
I pray you start to lead and show people the need as well. And you start something and stop sitting in secret and not leading with people who have a need. That's what I clearly want to communicate this evening, that we are called to speak up for those in need. We are called to do more than speak. We are to act with those in need. And it is a blessing to be used by God to utilize those funds to help those in need. And really, the reality is, Proverbs 11:25 says,
thank you, Foodie and Music, for the
he
time.
who refreshes others, he himself is refreshed. What's more refreshing to you, George? Getting a gift or giving a gift?
Giving.
There you
Giving
go.
is more rewarding. Every time I can help someone and seeing the smile on their face, it just gives me the warm feeling, and it's just so much more rewarding.
Can I get a little kiss so you get a little smile?
You want me to donate a kiss?
Just one right there. Just one right there. Almost. Okay. All right. So that all being said, whether you're a Christian, whether you're an atheist, it doesn't matter where you fall in the spiritual realm. The reality is there are needs that we can meet, and we want to be a leader in the field in regards to sharing those needs with you. And that need, near and dear to our hearts, Camp Patmos. And so many of you have given already. I want to share with you. Oh, Dave just messaged. She said we can figure out housing if needed. Okay.
Oh,
We'll be in touch, Dave. We're hitting dead end after dead end after dead end.
Okay.
So okay. All right, even this evening
For
so
us,
far.
or people that want to work there.
Could be everybody. Hey, by the way, if you go, man, this place looks like an incredible place, I want to volunteer. Now, remember, they have a process and they have a filtering process, but there's no end of work that needs to be done.
Yes.
And not only that, you could stay at the state park on the island, and then you could go over to the camp and you could help if Dave allows that. There's a process. You have to understand there's a filtering process, but
Correct.
There's always an opportunity to give of your time, of your talents, of your treasure. And what we've shared with you is an open opportunity. These are our two fundraisers this year. It's the Egyptian kids and it's going to be the camp kids. And so there are a tremendous amount of great camps. As a matter of fact, George and I have been reading all of your comments, and what a blessing they've been on the video in regards to your memories of camp. I was going to text Dave. I was like, oh man, I should text Dave and tell him to read these comments.
So many.
And he'd be encouraged.
Dave may have already.
He might have been.
Cheryl, thank you so much for the 10.
Camp Patmos is near and dear to our heart. We want to share that need with you.
We
want to
so
lead
Alex, for the 5.
and share the need. And you guys have been giving so generously. And so
Patrick Griffith, thank you so much for the $19.99.
I truly, wholeheartedly,
Jackie, thank you so much for the $1.99.
believe that God has called us to stand up and use more than our voice, but to use our voice and our actions to help those in need. And when he blesses us to be able to do that, now that's a different measure for everybody. Some people may be able to do this much. Some people may be able to do this much. There's a measure on what God has given us and what we can do. And reality is somebody who gives this much may be even a percentage more than a person who gives this much, because this person may have like so much. This person may only have this much, and yet they give and they give and they give. And so it is a blessing to be able to give. We want to be able to help the kids in need. I'm going to share the link yet again. Now, remember, when you use this link that's in the chat, and we'll pin it in the video afterwards as well, Camp Patmos gets 100% of that donation, and that's the goal. So God has led us to be able to gift $150,000. I believe Dave was talking. Here's the really cool thing. I want to share this. When we went, Dave was telling us, he's like, man, I really need these water caddies. We need water over here. We want to keep the campers.
They're called the Lake Erie Monster.
So he's calling them the Lake Erie Monster, which is really cool because, Bessie's in the Lake Erie.
That's what they're called.
So he's got water caddies, and he wants to have portable water caddies everywhere for the campers to keep them hydrated.
Make sure that they're hydrated and that everyone stays hydrated and doesn't pass out on them like
Monkey
did.
I'm like, Dave, how much does that cost? And Dave goes, $5,000. I'm like, all right, we got 7 in our pocket right now. So then Dave's like, I think we're getting them. I said, I think you are. It's incredible to be used by God in that way, to keep the kids healthy and keep them happy, and then for them to allow God's word to saturate their heart. I mean, that is what it is all about. All right. So we've shared this with you. If you have not watched the video yet, we've changed the thumbnail 3 times, the title 3 times. So this is what blows our mind sometimes. We do a video and we just count the light switches in the house, and you guys watch it and everybody watches it. And we're like, why did anybody even watch that? We do a video where it is an incredible Restores the Love project. And it's because of all of you that we're able to do these things. And we give away $150,000 to kids that can come to camp, and needs for the camp, and materials and ministry tools for the camp. Nobody's watching. And we shake our head and we're like, why is nobody watching this? Share that video with everybody, please. The more that video gets out, the more kids that get impacted. And that's the healthy thing. Okay. All right. I am going to give you a total thus far. And so our challenge was this. I'm putting the link in again for Camp Patmos. Our challenge was on the YouTube platform, which, by the way, the fans gave easily in monetary donations. They gave easily over $100,000 in regards to material items for the kids in Egypt. Easily. Yes. Now we did a lot of competitions with that. We did not do any competition with this fundraiser, which maybe I'm thinking we should. If you donate to Camp Patmos, here's what I want you to do. If you donate to Camp Patmos, say this donation is for George. And if you donate to Camp Patmos, say this donation is in honor of Jeremy. And we should start doing a total.
I think a lot of people that have donated shared with us that they, during their childhood memories going to camp, they donated in honor of a loved one. Or we've
heard a lot of that.
So that was pretty cool.
So that being said, I want to give the total.
Okay.
So
drum roll. You want me to give?
Yeah. Can I get a little bit of a drum roll? Okay. I don't know what you're doing there, but that is not a drum. That's more like an Egyptian.
It's
roll
the Egyptian turtle drum roll.
You're scaring me. Is that the bird call for the chickens? That's her bird call for the chickens to feed them.
Do you not like that drum roll?
It's a little scary, to be honest.
Is it awkward?
It is a little scary.
Then I did my job.
I got to do some math here.
I
got to do some math here. Okay. And
thank you, Dreamer JS. Should invest in some hydro packs for the campers.
Ooh, good idea. Okay. Thus far, all right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to have a competition. So all the money donated thus far by the fans and the viewers, that all goes towards Team Jeremy. Okay. And then anything else has to be designated for you or for me. We're going to find out if you can give more money in George's name or my name.
Coyote's winning.
You know what? Probably.
For the coyote.
You know what? The coyote is winning. It's gotten 3 chickens so far.
Are winning.
Thus far, you guys, Cecilia saying vote for Team Jeremy. You guys have donated in 2 days. Has it been 2 days, 3 days?
We released the video on
Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days. In 4 days, you guys have donated $5,552. That is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. One of the things we said is if 150,000 people watch this video, if 150,000 just give $1, you probably have that change in your couch. You probably have that change in your car. If they just give $1, I'm going to share the link again.
There's probably 4 quarters in the couch cushions. Don't donate the Cheeto.
Well, no, send the Cheeto too. Send the Cheeto. No. We can use that for fishing. We can use that for fishing bait. So if 150,000 people watch the video, which we're just at 50,000 right now, and everybody gives $1, that's $150,000. We take 150 that was initially given. We multiply that. Now it's $300,000. Can you imagine how many kids can be impacted with that? Right here in the United States. And by the way, kids from any state can go to camp there. Yes. Anybody, any adult can go to camp, to the men's retreats, to the ladies' retreats, to the marriage retreats, you name it.
Again, all are welcomed, even if you're not Christian, even though it's a Christian camp.
So that's the beautiful part of it is all are welcome. You're accepted. You're loved. You're served with Christ's servant's heart. And you guys have been serving as well. You've already given $5,552. $5,552. Do you understand the reality of how many kids that's going to have an impact on?
Yes, yes.
So if we do the math, our goal for our viewers is $150,000. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do the math right now.
Why 150?
Because
for those that haven't watched the video.
So in the fundraising world, it's very, very normal for somebody to say, hey, I'll give $150,000 if you can match it, if you can raise $150 to match it. And so our goal is to give $150,000, and then our goal is to actually raise another $150 to match it with you.
With you guys.
And so the reality is, you guys have asked us so much in our Restored to Love videos, how can I be a part of this? How can I give? How can I give? How can I give? And we finally said, okay, we're going to open the doors and the floodgates of giving in regards to the Egyptian project. And now we're doing it as well with the Camp Patmos project. Egyptian kids.
Dave said Lake Erie water monsters are on the way.
Are they?
I knew Dave already had 2 in his shopping cart.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, she's like, you got them in your shopping cart already, right?
Like, yeah.
So that's going to be incredible, especially in all the heat that Ohio's been having. So right now, here's our goal. All right, over 5,000 has been giving. Our goal is still to raise $144,448. Now, you go, well, I can afford $1.
Michelle, thank you so much for the 5.
But I can afford $5. Feel free to give. Mm-hmm. I can afford $10. Feel free to give. I can afford $150,000. Please feel free to give. Imagine how many kids can be impacted in regards to that.
Not only kids,
but adults as well. The families, adults, kids, you name it. That's the beauty of it. So one of the things George and I continue to talk about is direction of the channel. Where do we want the channel to go? Mm-hmm. What do we want the channel to do?
Because Jeremy's getting old. He says that he's fat. He said he's balding.
I am.
His body can't handle storage units anymore.
I hurt.
It's backbreaking work.
I hurt.
It really is. I tried, when I first quit my career to help him with storage units, I tried to keep up with this man. I was trying to keep up and stack and hurry up and move heavy totes and moves. And it took a toll on my body too.
And we continue to say.
I think it added like 10 years on my body. Especially
probably.
My spine.
You are looking older.
Yeah.
You definitely
see
are
all my
older.
gray hairs?
Oh, I see them. I love them.
Yeah. That's storage units and
that's
trying to keep up with Jeremy.
Storage unit hair.
Lefty 112, thank you so much for the 20.
So one of the things we continue to talk about is direction of the channel.
Correct.
Where do we want it to go long term? And we continue to say we want it to do.
We want to continue doing mission
work.
Mm-hmm.
We want the channel ultimately to continue to do mission work. Mm-hmm. And so while the channel was storage units and you've seen coin pushers and you've seen neighbors and you've seen Maryland and you've seen real estate purchases and all of these things, the thrust and the drive of the channel is mission work. It's helping people. Mm-hmm. It has been helping people. It is helping people, and we want it to continue to help people.
Yes. And
so we'll probably pick each year a couple fundraisers to do, which this year what we really want to emphasize on is the Egyptian orphans.
Yeah,
and
if we can continue to be a part of that every year. A lot of you are wondering, will you do that every year?
Oh, they're already ready to give more for next year.
Yeah.
Let us get everything there this year, and then let's help the kids get to camp.
For the 2. All right. Well, with that being said, are you ready to do the mail?
Yep, I think we're ready to do the mail. I'm going to give Camp Patmos's link one more time in the chat. Okay. If you haven't gotten it yet, here it is again. And again, we will pin it as a pinned comment in the video afterwards. That pinned comment will come afterwards. And sometimes YouTube is a little slow on getting the actual live chat up, but that explains where everything is at. You guys have been incredible in regards to giving. Mm-hmm. We can't thank you enough for meeting the needs, and we want to continue to show you the impact of that. Just Absolutely. Like we want to go to Egypt, we want to get back to Camp Patmos, and we want to show you what that is doing for the kids as well. right, we got mail.
We do have mail.
You missed your cue.
Michelle, thank you so much for the 20.
Michelle giving towards George and not Jeremy.
And the fluffy butts.
We got mail.
Kevin, thank you so much for the $5. I'm gonna give that to you.
Oh, that's for me.
This is for
Okay.
you.
All
And
right.
then I've got a couple right here that we're gonna open.
All right, this one says read off air. Deb Ferguson, we did read it off air. So I'm going to hand that right to there. I just wanted to acknowledge to Deb that we read it off air. This one was from last week, and I didn't dig far enough. And it says, Jeremy, sorry this didn't make it in the other package I sent. Wasn't sure if I was going to get it to you or not. Your love for Ghostbusters is legendary. I have a dear friend who's a special effects and prosthetic fabricator for Hollywood. His name is Steve Neal. He's done many TV shows and movies, and he recently shared some photos from your favorite movie. He created the arms and the hand and claws for the chair that grabs Sigourney Weaver. I made a collage of photos of him fabricating the arms and some shots of him with Sigourney. He's got some great stories doing the scenes. Very happily signed the photo for you. If you ever make it out to California, I'm certain a trip to his current studio would be possible. He's a fascinating guy, really creative genius, and a dear man. I hope this will make a great addition to your Ghostbusters collection. Mary Helen!
Oh,
Number one ancient one.
I ancient one or
Yep.
one ancient one?
I ancient one. One
I know
ancient
she's in
one.
the chat because she sent a super chat.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so much. This is super cool.
So I
Very
started working more on the Ghostbuster shelves today. I've been working on Garbage Pail Kids as well. I actually have been the past couple days sorting all the Garbage Pail cards
Oh yeah.
and getting ready to display them. And I found out
The pit
that
is just covered.
I found out that Garbage Pail Kids for the 35th anniversary put out challenge coins.
Joe Slacker, thank you so much for the 25. Go ahead and email us, or
There
you
you
can
go.
go directly to www.camppatmos.com to get their address if you want to send a check.
Yep.
I do believe Dave is accepting checks.
Yep, you can
correct?
send
Yeah.
a check directly to Camp Patmos as well.
Yep. So that's Camp Patmos. Patmos is spelled P as in Paul, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, O as in Ahoy. I couldn't think of anything.
Ahoy starts with an A, but good try
Oh.
there, George. Good try.
Okay, Oreo. O is in Oreo.
There you go. That's a lot better. Oreo.
And S is in Sam. Patmos. www.camppatmos.com.
I'll put
or
that in right
you
now.
can email us at whatthehales@yahoo, and then we'll give you the website. Very cool.
And I just put the website in the chat. I just did that too. That thing is super cool. That'll go up in the shelves
very,
behind
very
us.
cool. This came directly from Amazon.
right
Is
from
there a note in
Amazon.
there?
There is no note, but it's probably for. Oh, it's for you. It's got to be for you.
Oh, look how cool.
For the
For
hummingbirds.
the hummingbirds.
Oh my goodness, they all light up.
They light up.
They're solar powered and light up.
Very cool. Where are we going to hang this?
Next to the hummingbird feeders.
Okay.
Would that
I
be okay?
love it. There's no note.
There is no note, but
Huh.
it's awesome.
Whoever sent this is awesome.
We had friends here today, and they were like, "Oh, we love your hummingbirds."
They just
They
have
just set up a
hummingbirds.
hummingbird.
They set
It's
up
got
a
to
bird
all go
feeder.
that way.
Yeah.
She starts sending it this way, and there's nothing here. There's a wall. You can't go anywhere. It all
I
has to
sent it
go
to
that
you?
way. Yeah, you.
Yeah, it goes in a circle like a U.
Oh, that's what it does?
Yeah.
Okay, you turned. All right.
A U-turn.
This is from Allison Held. She sends mail almost every week. Allison says, all right, Allie says, hi, what the Hales? I have ADHD. You do too.
Squirrel.
What is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder? I have problems saying my R's and L's. And they sound like W's, and other people make fun of me. That's no good. Because of the way I talk, I do not like it when they do that to me. I get very unhappy. I want to get, I don't know why others think that's okay to make fun of others like me. Well, Allie, we love you. And George has problems with all of her pronunciations as well.
I mispronounce things all the time.
Can you say Massachusetts?
Broccoli.
Okay, that works too. All right. I really like it when she tries to say Massachusetts. Allie, you're such a blessing. She makes so many cool things for us.
I can't.
You can't say Massachusetts?
It's a challenge.
I can't
Trust
say.
me, Allie, as an adult, it's a struggle pronouncing certain words.
I can't say.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
How do I? What's the word? What's the word I can't say? Adirondack.
It's the word that I can't even pronounce.
The chairs, the Adirondacks, Adirondacks. I can't say it. I don't know how to say it. All right, this one is from Carolyn Mitchell, and I got a feeling that might be for you.
40. I just turned 40.
Happy belated birthday! I love you and Jeremy very much. I've been watching the both of you when Jeremy first started looking for you. Your 40th birthday is a day to dream, to laugh, remember, celebrate the life you've lived, the lives you touch, and the wonderful person you are. Happy birthday from Carolyn.
Oh, thank you so much, Carolyn. Thank you for the belated birthday. It's the thought that counts. I'm
going to do one more letter, and then you can dig into that box, okay? Rebecca Leeper from Pennsylvania, sent a note and says, J&G. J is George, G is
Thanks,
Jeremy.
BC Eagle Deb.
Take CNP to this amusement park. Video sense. We can all know there's okay. Becky says, take Christian and Patience to Kings Island Amusement Park. Ooh. It's supposed to be haunted, but she says we all know there's only one true ghost. It's the Holy Ghost. Becky.
Aww.
You never know, Becky. We might end up there with them. That's far away, though.
Yeah, we've driven past it so many times.
We do. We drive by it a lot.
We
do drive by it a lot.
All right, so the next package is from Harriet Williams, all the way from Georgia. I hate a little bit, Jeremy. I hope you don't mind. It looks like there's a ton of fun stuff in here.
I'm burning up in this hoodie.
Well, I'm surprised you're even wearing a hoodie. I wore a t-shirt, and I'm always the freeze baby.
You make me wear the hoodie.
I wore this one, the Eat Sleep YouTube shirt.
You didn't wear a What the Hale
James,
shirt?
Thank you so much for the $5. I mean, this pretty much is the YouTube life is the What the Hales.
I'm coming back with no shirt.
Oh, look at that. It says Jeremy and Jeremy. And then this one is George and George. Debbie Vaughn says, oh, Kathy Santa Magro sent the hummingbirds. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Did she really? They're awesome.
Santia Magro. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
I don't have a shirt
Sorry
on.
if I apologize.
I have a very bad
I apologize if I butchered your last name, Kathy. But thank you for sending the hummingbirds. And thank you, Debbie, for letting us know.
That's better.
Oh, Harriet says that it's okay to read on air.
That's
See
always
that
good
right
to
there?
know.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that.
Dear George with the J and Jeremy with the G, thank you for everything you do. I love watching your videos. I had many serious medical issues this past several months and had major surgery November 9th, resulting in the loss of a kidney. Oh my. No. Spleen and other things. In fact, I was an inpatient for but 13 days from November of 2001 until April of 2020. Your videos are truly a lifeline for me. The Coin Pusher, Egypt Visit, New House, Chicks, and all of the other videos were so entertaining and helped to take my mind off my illness. And Jeremy, I, like you, will have the rarest, most absurd side effects from medications. Normal is truly boring.
I get those rare side effects, that's for sure.
I made the enclosed bead and lace and angel Christmas ornaments for you too, George, Christian, and Patience. The photo album has a picture I took at Graceland in 2007. The commemorative Elvis stamp folder has a trivia prize from a radio station contest. There are magnets and ornaments for the Elvis Shelvis, the Ghostbuster collection, and others honoring Harry Banana, the Chicks and Peafowl Turtles, Ketchup, and Captain Thumblenuts.
Thank you so much for the $20 gift, Susan.
Thanks, Susan. You two are such a blessing in so many ways to so many people. May God continue to grant you his grace and healing. Love, Harriet. Aw, that's so sweet, Harriet. Thank you so much. She made it for everybody.
I love it. I love it.
Aww.
All right, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Very cool.
I'm going to need you to show these to the camera while I read.
Okay.
All right. George and Jeremy.
Thanks again, Harriet.
I forgot to say who this is from. This is from Tori, Troi. Tori from Texas. Tori, Texas, right here.
Tori from Texas.
George and Jeremy, I've been watching your videos for a while, and I love the new videos about the new house. I've recently started to paint sun catcher as a hobby.
Look at Toro.
Second time I went to the store because I wanted to get some more and see what they have. Lo and behold, I saw a turtle. I have so much love for turtles.
I'm going to take it out of the plastic.
I got it and 3 more. I got a castle for George. She's your queen, and she needs a castle. The sun is for Patience because I love her bright and quirky personality.
Aww.
The last but not least, the smile is for Christian because he's always smiling when I see him. And I thought he could hang it up by his car so when he drives around, he can remember everyone to smile. I like to wish you all best wishes. Also hope that Patience and Christian have a wonderful wedding. Sincerely,
Aww.
Tori. That's great.
Have we decided if we're going to go live for their wedding or we're going to pre-record it?
Well, Patience's mom said she thought that we were going live, so I don't want to disappoint. We have to go live.
Okay.
We have to go live, and that's in 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, live wedding. Don't miss it. All right, we got another package here. This is straight from Amazon. I think it's for you. What do you think?
For me?
What do you think?
No, it's for you.
Are you sure?
Actually, I think it's for my aunt.
I think it's for Aunt Camelia. I think it's for Aunt Camelia George because she like turtle. No. Came straight from Amazon.
She like Egyptian turtle.
She like Egyptian turtle. That's the funniest thing ever. I love turtle. I love turtle.
All right, this package from Judith. I think it's Faulkner from Arizona. I think I know what these are.
Are they plates for
I think they know what they are. License plate Judy 3 meant Judy 3 times.
They're plates for the Florida Ranch.
Nice.
Oh, nice. We got a veteran one, Arizona. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. So when we get down to Florida this winter, we've got more to hang.
We sent down a ton of plates when you went down for Camp Hale's.
Yep.
I don't know if any of them got hung up.
Nope.
And then
I didn't bring a screwdriver.
I started another box of all the plates that you guys are donating, and that will be in a future video.
So the front of the house is all done. We should be able to get the 2 sides of the house this winter.
Yeah. Hurricane season won't even be
Which
able
is
to do
right now.
anything
We've
to
been watching it on the camera. I was like, whoa. All right. This is from Lisa Poss.
Right now, all the plates are keeping the hunting cabin up.
You know what this is?
What?
Read it. What's it say?
It says park style grill cover.
This is a grill cover for the camping grill that we installed down at the campground.
One of those. You guys read our minds. Who said
From
that?
Lisa Poss.
Lisa, you read our minds.
Genius.
Because I told them, I was like, we're
Genius.
going to have to winterize all this stuff. When we leave, we need like a shed to put all of the camping chairs in, and
we took Matt and Tracy down there today, and they're like, "Oh, it's so peaceful down here." We're like, yeah, we love it. We love it.
All right.
Thank you so much, Lisa. We'll get that cover on tomorrow.
Big old box is from Deborah Ferguson. Oh.
I see a lot of 4 Georges in here.
This says George and Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Open that.
I opened. There we go. Let's see what we got.
For George.
It says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Oh, cool. Oh my goodness.
Dear George and Jeremy, 2 wonderful people that came into my life from YouTube.
Aww.
I've been watching you for 2 years now, and I love everything you guys do. You make me laugh. You make me cry. Anyway, I hope you guys like this for the chicken mansion for your feathered babies. Love, Deb Ferguson. Team Jeremy. Sorry, George. Thank you, Tweety Pie, for the $2. Yes, they do have a wedding registry, and
we confirmed it's not at Wendy's.
I did tell them... Oh, Dave just texted. Oh my goodness!
The chickens not responsible.
Babe, Dave just texted me.
Oh, look, that was a sunset.
Dave just texted me. This is a Camp Patmos sunset.
Been warmed.
That is a Camp Patmos sunset right now on the island.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Is that not the most beautiful thing ever?
Wow. One of the best sunsets are the ones off the water.
Wow.
Those are the best. When we were in Egypt, we got to see the sunset on the Nile every night, which was when we
we were on the Nile River,
which is pretty cool.
and we watched the sunset from the Nile.
We had
it
the
was
privilege
beautiful.
of watching it for 5 nights because we were out there.
But what's the thing
Look at
I
this
always
one. I
tell
love
you?
it.
What's the thing I always tell you about sunsets? What do I tell you the best sunsets in the world are?
The ones off the water.
Camp Patmos. I tell her Camp Patmos all the time. I was like, it's Camp Patmos. They have the best sunsets in the world.
These are definitely going on my Egyptian shelf.
Your Egypt shelf.
My Egyptian shelf.
All right. This says May 10th, 2022. George, I painted this for you. Deborah, that's a one of a kind artwork from Deborah right there.
Birthday.
All right. So she painted it on your birthday. Says, Dear George, hope you have a wonderful birthday. Take good care of yourself. I painted for this. I hope you like it. Love, Deborah.
Thank you so much, Deborah. I love it. I think we have 2 more boxes.
2 more boxes.
And then we can go on with the auction.
And Christian and Patience do have a registry. I'll tell you what I will do. We'll post that registry link.
Oh, this one's a heavy one, Jim.
Next weekend. Next Sunday, we'll post it. Oh my goodness.
We can also put it in the description of this video.
We'll talk about it next Sunday. And we'll oh my goodness.
Should we have them on live?
Yes, we should. Okay. Look at this. You gotta be kidding me. Somebody did this for you. I made this for you for your Egyptian room or wherever you see fit. Karen made this for you out of bead art.
Karen Ferris says, Dear
wow.
George, these are housewarming gifts, and I thought you would like it. I love your house and what you're doing with it. It looks great. Sending prayers to you both. I hope you're both feeling better. Much love and peace, Karen.
This is not painted. Karen did this with beads.
She did?
This is glued beads.
Can I see?
Baby, you didn't see it yet?
No. Oh, wow.
This is bead art.
That's so cool. That's like the
one of us up there. That's bead right up there. That's bead art right there.
Yes. Look at this. It says be happy. I think there's 2 in here. One for me, one for you.
Don't worry.
A towel set that says be happy because
happy.
We're going to be future beekeepers. Oh.
This
I love this.
Is our happy place.
I love this. Where are we going to hang this one?
I don't know. Outside of the door.
Porch?
Oh, we could do it in the screened-in porch. Yeah.
I think that would be perfect.
We keep telling each other this is the happiest place in the world. We can't believe we live here.
This envelope says charms on it. Oh, look at Toros.
I have to hand this off for me to look at anything. All right, looks like we got some Toros. We got some Toros and some Toroses.
I have the perfect place where I want to hang this, Karen.
Check that out. I think that's might be for George in there.
The charms?
Yep. Some pictures and charms.
The turtle pictures are for you, and the charms
the charms are probably for you.
So the turtle is for you. And then you always talk about
there's 4-leaf
kiss me
clover.
how you're Irish.
Yeah, I am. I'm 1% Irish.
1%
We have
Irish.
That confirmed now.
Yeah. So these are definitely you.
I am 1% Irish. I am 1% Irish.
Thank you so much, Karen. I love
These
it.
are super cool.
All right, one more box and then on to the auction.
All right.
This is a big
another big old box.
Another
big old box. We got a big one.
It's raining and hopefully we don't lose connection.
It is storming here right now, so if we lose connection, we'll try and come back, but I think we'll be okay. All right, this is a big old box. And what's inside of it? It is, look at that, Squirrel Be Gone wild bird feeder, George.
Nice.
Look at this here. We had friends here today. And George and I were just talking. We were like, we have our own nature observatory in the windows at the office. And then our friends came over and they said, you have your own nature observatory. They're like, it's so weird. We're just standing here in the windows and the chipmunks and the birds, they don't care. All right. Jenny Lungsford said, go to Amazon, Squirrel Proof Bird Feeders. Watch video on how to use this feeder. Hope it solves all the chippy problems from Jenny. Now we're feeding the chippies down on the ground.
Yeah, we set up our squirrel feeder that was sent last week when we did mail opening, and they annihilated it.
Probably in about 15 minutes, they annihilated all the food. They just tore it up. And then we left the corn on the cob on the wrestling rink last night.
Yeah.
And we found one by the front door this morning, completely obliterated with corn.
Yeah.
Which was probably a raccoon, but we also found it right by a chipmunk hole. So
yes. So it was probably drugged.
It was probably drugged by a chipmunk.
Yes.
And then all of the kernels taken off of it and then buried in the flagstone.
They couldn't pull the cob into their home, into the hole, so they just left it.
Pretty much. That's what we figure happened.
Yep. All right. So on to the auction.
You ready to transition?
I am ready.
All right. It's all you.
Is there an auction song?
Yeah. It goes like this. Auction time.
All right. So first things first, if this is your first live auction, make sure that you guys are in live chat and not top chat. This is super important if you are on the YouTube platform. As we do the auction, if you are on the YouTube platform, that's the only platform that you can use in order to bid. If you can watch on Facebook, you don't have to bid. You can watch, but if you do want to bid, you do have to hop over to YouTube in order to bid. Make sure that you're subscribed. There is no registration needed. However, if you do win, we'll explain to you later on what to send us. All of the lots that I showed tonight, there is a $25 minimum bid, and that includes free shipping if you live within the U.S. If you live outside of the U.S., you are more than welcome to bid. Just keep in mind that there will be additional shipping costs, and the cost is all based on the weight and the dimensions and where you're located in the world. Just know your country's custom laws and import fees. Our auction style, we'll show it to you, and then we'll do a minute to win it. And then our awesome moderator, who is Flipping Adventures, will type sold in the chat too, and then whoever the highest bidder is in the chat is the winner. If you are the highest bidder this evening, we ask that you please send us your contact information immediately after to whatthehales@yahoo.com. We will display the email address on the screen. Between our moderators and Jeremy, we will remind you throughout the auction where to send your contact information to. We want your full name, your YouTube profile name, even if it's the same, your mailing address, the lot that you bid on, and the amount that you want it for.
And your firstborn.
If you're a runner-up and you want to be considered as the backup bidder, you can also email us your contact information as well. Between Jeremy and our awesome moderators this evening, we'll remind you throughout the auction what to send. And then tomorrow morning, I will send PayPal invoices. You have the option to pay using either your debit card, your credit card, your PayPal account, and etc. Keep in mind that as we're auctioning things off this evening, everything is sold as is. There's no guarantees. There's no returns. What we do is we find things in the auction in the abandoned storage unit, and then we just put them into lots. We will do a practice lot if this is your first. I can't
get over the sunset.
That is a pretty epic, picture.
Is incredible.
One of the volunteers, or maybe he was an employee, took a shot of the sun going through the lighthouse.
Through the lighthouse. I was going to ask Dave for that and include it. I was going to include it in the video, but we'll get it next time.
Okay. We will do a practice lot if this is your first auction and you're not sure how it works. And then keep in mind that you have a chance to win a free lot this evening at the end of the auction based on a trivia question that Jeremy still has to think of. Do you have a trivia question in mind yet, or no?
Yes.
Yes?
My trivia question is, what is the trivia question going to be?
As throughout the auction, if you see one or two items that you're interested in, but you're not interested in the whole lot, feel free to network with one another. We encourage you guys to network with one another. Feel free to share each other's email address. And then as best practice, as we're going through the auction, for every lot that I show, it's always a good idea to refresh just in case you're not lagging and you're behind and you miss your opportunity of bidding. So as you refresh, make sure you remember to switch from top chat to live chat. And then just a reminder, please do not bid if you have no intentions of paying.
Sorry, I have to find the countdown.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to send it to you.
That's what I'm doing. I'm finding the countdown. So I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise.
Do not bid if you have no intentions of paying. That will get you banned and you will not be able to participate in our awesome community. All right, so are you ready for the practice lot?
I am.
Jeremy? Is it a hurricane? Is it hurricaning over there?
Yeah. This is actually outside right now.
I hear it. I'm listening to play it and I can hear it.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
All right. All right, let me go get an item to be our practice lot.
All right. Here we go. Another auction. Another auction. Back again. I'm going to go ahead and bring George into the stream. I'm going to readjust me into the stream. You guys can see all the super cool stuff over here that mostly you guys gave. I'm going to adjust just a little bit.
Uh-oh. I don't know what happened.
Okay. So I'm good over here. George is ready with a practice. We're going to practice first so that everybody understands what we're doing. Remember, you have the ability. We used to run minute to win it. You could only bid from the very beginning of the minute countdown to the very end. Now you can bid from the very moment that George starts showing the items, and then we'll finalize it with a minute so you know that that minute countdown is happening. And so we're going to do a practice round so that you know exactly how we do this. Then we're going to get into the full auction. And since it is a practice round, you can start bidding right now. What do we need to know? Remember, this is just practice. You're not really getting this. This is just practice.
This is just
These were just given. Those are going on the Chicken Mansion.
Please make sure you're in live chat. These are the lots that I'll be showing tonight will be bulk items, meaning there'll be more than one, but I'm going to show two of the signs because they're so cool.
All right, we got 1,000 coyotes given already. We got a 40. We got a bag of feed. We need to feed. We need lots of feed. The chickens are in the coop because the coyote is running rampant, and they are going through feed so quick. They need to be outside. Yeah. So once George is done showing these items, what we'll do is we'll declare, all right, we're going to start minute to win it. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. And most importantly, you only have 1 minute to win it. And then we're going to start a countdown just like this. And then you know that there's 1 minute left to bid. We got Jen Hale is giving us 1 trillion coyotes. Not unless they're dead. We got a dozen chicken butts. Yeah, feed. I would take the chickens. I just feel like there's never enough chickens. I always want more chickens for some reason. Patrick is bidding 55. And Cheryl says coyote in the coop. By the way, if you're on Facebook right now and you're watching, we can only take bids on the YouTube platform. All you have to do is jump over to youtube.com, type in What the Hales, jump on the live stream, and subscribe, and you'll be able to bid in the chat. 8, 10 ostriches, 6 opossum, 1 billion hummingbirds. Flippin' Adventure says 365 Camp Patmos sunsets. That I would take. They are the most amazing sunsets ever. 3 roosters, 1 coyote in the trap. And then Flippin' Adventures is going to put in the chat, it's going to say sold. I'm sure she either already did or I missed it. Nope, there it is. Sold with the chickens. Sold. That was the sold practice. I'm going to accept the 365 days of Camp Patmos sunsets. All right. I like that. Is that fair? Yeah. All right. That will be the process tonight. Once you are the winner, we'll tell you what information, yet again, that George will need. You'll be able to email that all over here, whatthehales@yahoo.com. Tomorrow morning, you're going to send out invoices tomorrow morning, right? Yes. Tomorrow morning, George will send out invoices. Typically, and it is typical, But typically, as soon as you pay, George usually gets your item out within the next day or two. Based on our previous weeks in our last auction, we had so much going on that there was delays and everything with our own personal schedules. Our schedules get very, very, very intense at times. And so as long as our schedule doesn't get too intense, I'm sure George will get everything out. I'm going to go ahead and give George full screen because she's got a ton of cards here.
All right. The first lot are assorted Topps baseball cards. Most of these, I believe, are dated 1987. I haven't checked.
Ignore that countdown.
I haven't checked every card, but I'll show you a couple. Again, these are Topps, and from what I saw, the dates on them are 1987. Come on, focus, camera. Focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. Anyways, most of them, I'm going to grab a couple to make sure that they are also 87. Yep. 1987. You get this entire box. It looks like some of it was already sorted. There's a sign here that says, a handwritten sign that says All-Star. And then there's another one that says Mets, Cardinals. This one says the Padres, the Reds, the White Sox, the Phillies, the Pirates. This sign says the Tigers. So they're somewhat sorted. I have not looked through all of them. I'm assuming that they all are 1987. Yep, that's another 87.
Focus. Focus. There is an 87 on there. There it goes.
You can see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. See the 87 now.
All right.
Now we can see it.
I'll show a couple more and then we can...
Remember, you can start the bidding already. I know I haven't been saying the bidding. I was taking care of a few things on my phone in preparation. So far, I see Dennis at 35. I see Nicole at 25. I see Patrick at 30. So far, I see Patrick at 30. And Roger's saying there's pretty decent rookie cards in 87. Dawn is at 25. Tori is saying 1 million doll hairs. I think Tori markup is a little bit lagging. She's probably on the actual practice lot. So Tori, if you hear this, you need to refresh. Always refresh. That way you know you're not lagging.
Yep. And then make sure you switch from top chat to live chat.
John is now at 40. 40 is high bid right now. Remember, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States. And everybody from every state is welcome to bid. And there may be additional shipping charges if you're outside the United States. We got Dennis is now at 45 is high bid. Matt Tom came in at 41. We got 45, 46. Matt Tom is now at 46 is the high bid right now. James came in at 50. 50 is the high bid. 50 is the high bid right now. We got Jay coming in at 50 as well. Jay's coming in at 50, but you got to beat James's 50 if you want to win it. Sherry's at 60. This is an entire shoebox filled with cards. 60 is the high bid right now with Sherry Bloomfield. And again, we have not looked through any of these. This is the first time we have ever looked through any of them. We do not know what's in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a grab bag of cards for you. We have no clue what's in there. 65 with Patrick or Patricia. Patricia has 65.
It's literally a shoebox.
Laura's now in at 70. 70 is high bid. Dennis came in at 75. 75 is high bid right now. We got Sherry coming in at 80 as well. This is a full shoebox filled. We have no clue what's inside it. We have not checked any of it. Jay's now in at 85.
I'm putting my arm next to it so they can kind of get an idea of.
And you are short. You are short. So, but you are receiving
arm's length.
the full shoebox of cards. Full shoebox of cards. George says, Jeremy, go ahead. We can do the countdown. That is a big shoebox. We got Pam in at 90 right now. Remember, everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. You're getting it as we received it, and we're giving it to you just the way we got it. We try and represent everything as best as possible. Most importantly, you got to bid fast because you only have 1 minute to win it. Here we go on the cards. We're at 95 right now. Patricia's in at 95. 95 is high bid right now with about 56 seconds left to go. Patricia Welch is at 95. 95 is the high bid that I see right now. Now, I'm not calling out your bid. You're going to want to spell out your amount or something to make sure it gets in the chat. Dawn says, shoeboxes are the best treasure ever. We're at 95 right now. 95. Patricia Welch is at 95. Anybody going to come in at 100? We got 35 seconds left to see if anybody comes in at 100. Melody says, yep, Patricia at 95. It is Patricia at 95 right now. Don't wait to snipe.
John says shoeboxes has the best treasures.
If it lags and you don't get that snipe in, you're not going to be happy. 95 is the high bid right now. 95 is still the high bid with about 18 seconds left to go. Sharon says 3 wallabies and 2 kangaroos. I think Sharon is actually lagging as well. She's lagging as well. That's okay. Cecilia just called Patricia at 95. 95 with 5 seconds left to go. Still 5 seconds left to go. Patricia's still the high bidder. Patricia Welch at 95. Let's see what happens here. Patricia's high bidder at 95. High bid 95. That's what I see right now. Will there be a snipe? Will there be a snipe at 100? I feel like there will be. In 3, in 2. No, there's no snipe. There's no snipe. Patricia is the winner. Patricia is the winner. Nice job, Patricia. All right, Patricia, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and what you bid on. What did you call this lot?
This is the assorted baseball card lot.
Assorted baseball card lot. You're going to put in your bid amount for $95. You're going to send that email right there to whatthehales@yahoo.com. Okay, whatthehales@yahoo.com. George will get the email tonight. You're going to get an auto response. That auto response is going to say, hey, thanks for contacting What the Hales. We get lots of messages. Don't worry about that. George is going to get it in the morning. She'll send you out an actual invoice. Whoa, here comes the jewelry. Holy cow. She'll send you an invoice in the morning. Once you pay, then she'll get your item out to you, typically within 24 hours to 48 hours. All right, backup bidder. Whoever was the backup bidder, I know we had a backup bidder at 90. George is already showing rings. This is the ring lot. You guys can start bidding now. I know we had multiple people at 90. Let's see if I can figure it out because I was sidetracked. It was Pam. Pam Shipman was in at 90, I believe. So Pam, if you want to send an email to George as well, your backup bidder so if Patricia, something happens with Patricia, she doesn't pay, then Pam, you would be up at 90. You can send all that same information right there to whatthehales@yahoo.com. And we've already got bids coming in. George, I'm going to give you full screen here.
All right.
We got Dawn coming in at 25, Constantine coming in at 29.
The next lot are
Mama Pado's at 35.
Rings.
Debbie at 35 as well. Sherry at 40. We got Leonard coming in at 50.
The ring separator does not come with it. So
Sylvia came in at 50 as well. Leonard is in at 50 right now. 60. Deborah's now in at 60.
Most of these rings are costume jewelry, I believe. I quickly went through it. I know there's a couple sterling pieces in there.
Buffalo Valves now at 75. Silva came in at 80. 80 is the high bid right now. George, we want to see some of those rings on your finger.
There's a couple that I put that have the elastic backs, so I put it on the ring display. So
Jay is now in at 85. 85 is the high bid.
3 rings there.
Silva at 80. Now it's 85 with Jay Asbill. 90. Pam Shipman is now in at 90. 90 is the high bid right now.
Like this one definitely says sterling on it.
So you know that one for sure is sterling.
It's
or it's
engraved,
marked.
it's
right
marked
in there.
sterling,
Okay.
yeah.
We've got Pam's in at 90. Sherry came in at 87. Pam is at 90. 90 is high bid. Adam says, I really want the case though, George.
The case does not come with it. Sorry, just the rings.
Sherry came in at 95. Sherry Bloomfield is now at 95. George wants the case so that she can continue to display rings for you.
Yes.
95 is high bid right now.
It makes it so much easier to show you guys all the rings that are in the lot.
Kathy Viking Queen White is now at 100.
And
100 right now.
The case was actually found in a
storage unit. Yeah. Lo and behold.
Jeremy brought it home for me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be awesome. This is going to save so much time showing the rings.
Westside Gary says costume.
Most of it are costume. There are a couple sterling pieces on there.
Zelly wants to know how many total rings.
I didn't count, but we could do a quick count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Barbara says you missed my bid. Barbara, if I can't see it, try typing out the numbers instead of.
So there's 8 that go down, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Type
7,
out
8,
the
9,
number,
10,
the
11,
word.
12.
Sometimes YouTube doesn't show us everything. So Barbara, you can go ahead and bid again, but I do see the $100 bid so far. 100 is the high bid right now.
All of the rings come in assorted sizes. So there's small ones in there. There's large ones in there. There are a couple.
What was your down
So there was
and across?
Down and across. So down is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then across is
Christy guessed
1, 2,
92
3,
rings.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Some of them have 2 rings. So
you have
it's
over
just
100 rings then.
It's an estimate.
You have well over 100 rings. Yeah. Frisco's mom sent $2. When is the wedding? We'll let you know. You'll know as soon as we know, Frisco's mom. Or maybe you won't. We haven't discussed whether we're going to share the actual date with everybody yet. George sometimes throws me for a loop. She'll say, we're sharing this. We're not sharing that. And then she goes on and she shares it. I'm like, what just happened?
What?
Yes, exactly. That's my response typically. Over 100 rings here. Mike and Beth are up to 110. Rose, good night to you as well. Sweet dreams. Hope you're dreaming of
this will give you an
Camp
idea
Patmos
of the size of the ring. This is probably like an 8 or 9 because my middle finger fits an 8. So this is either an 8 or 9. There are some, I believe they're toe rings because they're not even complete.
Barbara's up to 115 right now. Jeffrey just came in at 120. Dylan doesn't know how to spell now.
So like that would be a toe ring. So there's a couple toe rings in here.
120 is the high bid right now. 120 is the high bid right now. Over 100 rings.
You can start the timer, babe.
All right. George says, go ahead and start the timer. Let me get myself back in here. Some are toe rings, some are ring rings, some are sterling rings, some are costume rings. Mike and Beth are now at 130. 130 is the high bid that I see right now. Remember, everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. We're showing you everything as we found it. You're getting it exactly as we found it. So often, we don't even look for it afterwards. And Melody Stars at 125. 125 is high bid right now. 125 is the high bid right now. 125 is the high bid right now. Yes, 125 is the high bid right now. Make sure you know all your custom laws if you're bidding outside the United States. And most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. All right, we're at 125 right now. 125 right now is the last bid that I saw. 125 is the high bid right now. Tawanda Griffin is now at 140. 140 is high bid right now. Oh, come on. Flip for me. Countdown. 48 seconds. 47 seconds left to go. All right. All right. 140 is high bid right now. Tawanda is at 140. And Cecilia says number 130 is Jeremy. All right. We're at 140. So we're past that. Mike and Beth are now at 150. Mike and Beth are now at 150. High bid right now is 150 with about 30 seconds left to go. Mike and Beth are at 150. We had Jeremy hoisted at 130. And we got Mike and Beth at 150. Tawanda was at 140. I got a feeling there's going to be a snipe, but I felt that last time and there was no snipe. What do you think? Reverend Timothy Johnson is at 160. BC Eagle Deb says you bid long, you bid wrong, folks. 160 Melody came in at 160 as well. You're going to have to bid again if you want to beat the Reverend. 160 Melody, you're going to have to beat again. Reverend Timothy Johnson is at 160. Mike and Beth came in at 150. 150. Melody's now at 175. Melody's at 175. That's Melody's at 175, 175. Sold to Melody Star. Woo! Nice job, Melody Star. Wow. Nice job, Melody Star. Okay, Melody, you are a high bidder, and I believe Reverend Timothy is backup bidder. Yes, okay. So, Melody, you're a high bidder. Reverend Timothy Johnson, you're backup bidder. Melody, you're a high bidder at 175. Reverend Timothy Johnson, your backup bidder at 160. So, Melody, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, even if they're the same. Just go ahead and send both. You're going to send us your shipping address. We got to know where to send this once we get paid. You're going to send us the lot, what it was. It was the rings and then your high bid of 175. You're going to send that right over there to, bam, whatthehales@yahoo.com. And then you're going to get a response. You will get an auto response that's going to say, hey, here's some commonly asked questions. Here's some of the information for it. And don't worry about that. George will send you an invoice in the morning, okay? You'll get that invoice in the morning.
In the morning.
And then once we get paid, George will package that up, and then you'll get your, what do they call that? Not delivery confirmation number, your tracking number. You get your tracking number, everything. George will get that for you.
Yep.
You know what? I better, this is all military collectibles from that one military unit that I bought last fall that I never got to go through or look through. So I might as well just let George just take it. And she's like, you know what? You're selling it. And I'm
We're
like,
running a little behind on schedule. So I want to stay on track.
how much of that is sterling silver?
There's a couple pieces in there that is sterling.
She's just taking my sterling. Deborah is now in at 40.
This is the assorted military pin lot.
The assorted military pin lot. Some of that is probably sterling.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee it. I didn't look at it.
I saw one that did say sterling, like one of these. There's a couple in this area that are sterling.
Adam's in that 60 right now. Cecilia says bid higher or you lose out. And Dawn says some of those are paratrooper wings. Jay just came in at 60. Mary's at 65. Redneck Treasure is at 45, which reminds me, you made redneck nachos yesterday.
I attempted to.
Roger's at 75. Did you like yours or do you like Bubba Q's better? Yeah,
better.
Bubba Q's is so good. Adam came in at 75 as well. Adam's now at 75, but Roger's got the higher bid at 75. Roger got that bid in first. Remember, don't forget to refresh. Adam's in at 80. James came in at 80. Christine came in at 80. We got 3 80s in a row. Mike and Beth are at 125. They're up in the bed. They said, we're not messing around. 125. Mike and Beth. Gunny came in at 65. Mike and Beth are at 125. All kinds of military pins. This storage unit had World War I, World War II, all kinds of world memorabilia. You look at it here, you take a little time, check a little things out on eBay. We're giving it to you in bulk. We bought it in bulk. We're sending it off to you in bulk. And Laura said there's a whack pin as well. And then Kurt says half Army, half Marines. 125 is the high bid right now with Mike and Beth. 125 is the high bid. Were you able to find some of the sterling in there?
Yeah. It's in here somewhere.
So she saw it somewhere.
Here we go.
Look at that. She's got my sterling. Oh, is that one right there?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Now, keep in mind that a lot of these pins don't have the backs for them, but you can easily purchase backs online.
Elvis Presley Jr. said, don't be shy, bid high.
Love that.
125 is still the high bid right now.
So when we found these pins, they were displayed in this case just like this, and I added a couple more, but there are no backs to these, so keep that in mind when you're bidding. You will have to purchase backs for them.
Just the fronts, no backs.
You can start the time.
Just the front, no backs. Flutter said amazing history right there. It actually is. That whole unit was just surprise after surprise after surprise of history. 125 is still the high bid with Mike and Beth as far as I've seen so far.
This one's in a different language.
Yes, in 1951.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so cool to look some of these up.
Yeah. I wish we had the time to look it up, but
we just don't. I mean, the reality is we just don't.
But we love sourcing
fun.
to you guys,
It's
and we
fun
love
to give it to these guys.
We love hearing your success stories and all of your resale stories. So if you're not collecting this for yourself and you're buying this to resell,
Kurt said that was a Russian sub pin.
Please,
how cool is
that?
That
is very cool. Thank you for sharing.
How cool is that?
Please keep us posted on your success stories.
Yeah,
with
if you guys buy from us and you sell, let us know. Let us know. We won't get mad that you make money. We want you to make money. We want you to make money. We want you. Just understand that if you buy something from us and you pay $100 for it and you sell it for $10,000, we're not going to be upset.
We won't.
We're going to be thrilled for you. That's the point of the channel, is to help you and help others.
Yes.
So
we love teaching others that want to get into this, or if you're not even new to the reselling game, but you know what you're buying and how much you resell it for, we won't even get mad.
Niche Lady says you're probably looking at least $10 a piece on each one, and maybe worth more. We didn't price any of them. We don't know. All right. So we've got all these pins, they were found in a storage unit. You saw the storage unit. Most likely you saw the storage unit last fall in Wooster. I actually found that unit in Worcester. That was hails of a day. I had 3 major wins.
Is that the one with the banjo too?
Banjo unit, Harley Davidson unit, and then all the war history unit, all in the same day. And everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. We try to represent everything as best we possibly can. Remember, there's no backings on these pins, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find those backings. And Rose said, yep, I saw that. And C. Russell is now in 130. Most importantly, you got to bid fast, you got to bid furious, because you only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. C. Russell's in at 130. 130 on the lot right now. Flutter says amazing history, earned history. Yes, much earned history. 130 is high bid right now with C. Russell. C. Russell won a lot or two last week, didn't he? Yeah, and the week before. 130 is high bid right now. 130 is high bid right now. Rose Blue says bid fast.
Well, last week we didn't have an option.
That's right, because of Father's Day. Yep. BC Eagle Deb says bid long, bid wrong, my friends. 130 is high bid right now. 130 with C. Russell. Niche Lady's now in at 150. Niche Lady's high bidder right now at 130 with about 20 seconds left to go. Niche Lady's in on 150. 150 is high bid right now. 150 is high bid right now. And Elvis Precious Jr. says, let your fingers walk. The high bidding. Here we go. 150 is high bid right now. The Niche Lady. JJ Zeller came in at 160. 160 is high bid right now. 160 is bid right now. 170. C. Russell's now at 170. 170 is high bid. 170 is high bid right now with C. Russell. 170 is high bid with C. Russell. 175. Travis P just came in at 175. 175. 180. Niche Lady came in at 180. Melody came in at 160. Jackie A.D. came in at 190. Jackie just came in at 190. Sold to Jackie. Whoa, Niche Lady just got a snipe in at 200, but missed the sold. Wow. Wow, missed it by mere second. Okay. All right, do we know who Jackie AGD is? All right, Niche Lady, make sure you send a message as backup bidder at 180. Jackie AGD, your high bidder at 190. Jackie AGD, high bidder at 190. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name. You're going to send us your real name, even if they're the same, your shipping address. And then you're also going to send the assorted pin, war pin lot in that information and your bid of 190. You're going to send that all right there, whatthehales@yahoo.com. And then George will send you an invoice in the morning. Remember, you are going to get a random, well, here comes more war stuff. You're going to get a random email back. It's an auto response saying, hey, we get lots of emails. And then Niche Lady, your backup bidder at 180. 180, Niche Lady. So you can send all your info to George as well. You know what to do. Been there, done that, and wrote the book on it. So we've got, holy cow. You know what? I'd better just give you full screen because you got like 3 flats, right?
Full screen me, Jeremy. The next lot are assorted patches. It's both military and police. And there's even some medals. So on
this is a lot
flat,
of stuff.
You get this medal.
I think Chad Hipfner is in at 60. I do want to share something. As George is sharing this with you, there is something I'm going to want to share with you with these Air Police patches. And I'll share with you that at the appropriate time. Deborah's in at 50. We got Gunny at 75
So
right now.
That one, plus you want me to show this one next?
Maryland's at 80. Yes, but I want to specifically share some things
Okay.
in regards to that. So 90, Chad's now in at 90. Okay, now in regards to this Air Police. Okay, so these bands and these patches here, this is from, you got that from my box from the garage, right? With the old.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is a box that I've held on to for almost 10 years now, and I didn't know that she got into it, and it's fine. It's there. I've been holding on to it because
you told me that I could.
I don't recall saying that, but it's not a problem. I've been holding on to it because I have all the information, and I want to say this as delicately as possible, but I don't really think I need to say it delicately. It was World War II, but it was African history. So this man served, and it was very, very. I have his entire history in regards to serving as an African American, and the history there was just so incredible to me that I've had this all in a box. And he served as in the Air Police. I had this all in a box because it was African American history. It was more than just war history. It was African American history, and I had it in a box, and I was like, I don't know how to go about this. I don't know.
That's the stuff on paper and the pictures. That's all set aside. I don't plan on auctioning.
Well, these are
that was part of it. Yeah,
these are his patches and the whole deal. And so not only is that a part, you can see that there. That's from a storage unit that you guys never saw. It was well before I was on YouTube. But there is African American history. There's deep, rich African American history and military history. And it was so incredible to watch, not to watch, but to see and to go through everything. It was
there were a ton of photos and a ton of awards, which we still have up in the she shed, but I don't plan on auctioning those off. So you get a total of 3 medals and then a ton of assorted patches. And you can go ahead and start the timer.
Already?
If you'd like, yeah. I wish I knew what all the patches meant. If I took the time to research it all, I would know. But we love learning from you guys as well. We love hearing from you. So when you guys give us feedback on what things are, we appreciate it.
So one of the things from this storage unit, this was another one that I found in my honey hole in Wooster, which is spruce tree. If anybody ever wonders, if I talk about the honey hole in Wooster, spruce tree has just been an incredible place for me. This storage unit where those patches came from, the one with the African American history and the military history, that whole storage unit, I still have stuff that I'm selling today from it. It was all collectibles. I sold some military patches. I did a post on Craigslist back then, believe it or not. And I sold a handful of them for like $300 to $400 from what I remember. But I always kept the African-American history ones. Okay. I have no idea where the bid amount is. I see Rose Blue is at Chad is at 130. All right. So what we're going to do, I don't know where the bid is right now because I've been talking about the history. So I'm sure you guys all know where the bid is. And what we're going to do is we're going to start the timer and we'll see where the bid goes. Remember, everything is as is, no guarantees, no returns. Biggest thing is you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. You know what? I should probably get ready. All right, here we go. All right, I got James in at 135. 135 is high bid right now. 135 is high bid right now. James is in at 135. Philip says, "You want to win it? You got some minute. You got 45 seconds left to go." James is the high bid that I see right now. 135. Ellis Preston Jr. says, "Would sell big on eBay." The reality is, yes, it would. Patches, military war history patches do really well on eBay. 135. Cecilia says Chad Hittner was at 130 high bid. We're at 135 now with James. James is at 135. 135. Jerry says blessed time service served. Ditch Lady. Absolutely they would, and easy to ship. That's the beautiful thing. So cheap to ship. You can put that in a first class envelope.
Easy to list, easy to package, easy to ship.
Yep. 135 right now. James is a high bidder right now. 135, 135, 135. 135 is a high bid with 5 seconds left to go. 5 seconds left to go. I think it's still James right now with 5 seconds left to go. Shadow Gray Wolf says those batches are Navy, Air Force. Navy, yeah, had family in the Navy. Cecilia says bid, peoples, bid. And sold. James got it for 135. Woo! Nice job, James. Nice job. All right, James. And then I believe Chad was backup bidder. Chad is backup bidder. So James, you're high bidder. Chad, you're backup bidder. So here's what you're going to do. Chad, you're going to send your name, your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and we're going to call it the patch lot. You don't have another patch lot, right?
No.
You're just going to call it the patch lot. Your high bid of 135. Send that all in an email right there to whatthehales@yahoo.com. And then Chad, your backup bidder at 130. You can send that all to George as well and say, hey, just in case doesn't get paid for, I'm backup bidder at 130, and she'll get in contact with you, okay? So awesome patch lot right there. And remember, when you send that, she will send you an invoice tomorrow. This is a random card lot. and George and I don't even know what all the cards are. But she was putting lots together. She's like, "Can I sell this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." She goes, "No, let me tell you.
Thank you for remembering. Thank you for remembering.
This is what she said. She said, "Do you want to sell any of your Garbage Pail Kids?" And because I'm sorting a lot of the Garbage Pail Kids right now. And so I said, well, I'm getting to that point.
Duplicates.
I've never sorted them before. So I'm getting to that point. I said, but this box, everything in this box you can sell. There's some cards we don't even know what they are. But if you remember Wacky Packs, it's somewhat along the lines of Wacky Packs. And then there are...
Those are called...
There are Zero Heroes as well. So there's Zero Heroes... And then there's some other kind of cards. I'm just going to go ahead and full screener. You guys will probably figure it out.
These are Wacky Packs?
I didn't say they're Wacky Packs.
Oh.
I told you have to read it to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say.
So couldn't.
These are a knockoff of Garbage Pail Kids.
I don't know that they're a knockoff of Garbage Pail Kids either.
Or a spin-off maybe, or similar.
Let me see one.
So here's the Sean the Sissy. I tried looking for a date and I didn't see any dates.
All right, they are stickers. This is number 59.
It
Big
says
Mouth
collect
Bruce.
all 99.
Collect all 99. I don't see a date on this. They're like silly sports. I think at one point I knew what they were. I did know at one point. I figured it out, but I don't remember now.
You'll get a stack of them.
At one point, I knew what they were. I don't know now.
So this entire stack are Zero Heroes. On the back of them, they say that they're Zero Heroes. These have a date of 1983. I was 1 year old then.
So Garbage Pail Kids did not come out yet. In 1983. Garbage Pail Kids came out in 85. So things such as this and Wacky Packs were a big deal before Garbage Pail Kids even came out. And then
This came out before Captain Fumblenuts.
That's you, Captain Forgetful.
And you too.
No, not me. Looks like we got Travis P in at 60.
The Z team.
So it's not the A team, it's the Z team. They're all sleeping. So these are these are the front runners, and they are stickers. These are the front runners before Garbage Pail Kids, which spurred on things such as Garbage Pail Kids.
The dazzling dog. That's the kind of dog we should get to keep the coyote away.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we probably should, huh?
Oh, here's another one. Captain Long Distance.
Look at you. Mr. Sharkbite 6415's at 65. James says, I can't find your email. James, it's literally in your screen right now.
Right on the screen.
It's right in the screen. WhatTheHales@yahoo.com. It's on the screen.
Toad Man. That's who you used to be before I kissed you.
I was the Toad Man, and then you kissed me, and I became a prince.
Yep.
Tawanda's now in at 75. Does anybody remember what these series cards are called? Oh, these are the Zero Heroes. Yeah, these are the Zero Heroes. The other ones I can't remember.
It's this stack that we can't figure out because it doesn't say on the back. They're just
Travis P's now in at 80. The Zero Hero team. Mr. Sharkbite's now at 85. 85.
And then in addition to collecting all 99 stickers, which there isn't 99 there, you also get the Weird Ball. You get a couple cards of the Weird Ball, which those have a date of...
Tawanda's now in at 90.
Let's see, 1986.
Shauna says, I just told you, Jeremy. And Deb D says, these were General Mills product, it appears. Yep. Mr. Sharkbite's now in at 99. And Dad's Treasure Chest says those are 1983 Don Russ Zero Heroes.
So the Zero Heroes we know because it says on the back.
Because it says
what
on
are
the back.
these? What are these?
That is a good question.
Ernie the Elephant. What are these? Are the type of cards we're not sure of. The Zero Heroes we know. And the Weird Balls we know. It's this category, right? These type of cards that we don't know.
Looks like Travis is in at 100. 100 is the high bid right now. Travis P's in at 100. You ready for the minute to win it?
I'm ready.
Do you think they would make a Zero Hero card of me, Captain Fumblenuts?
They
The
already
Super
did.
Swine.
The Super Swine.
All right. Everything is as is. No guarantees, no returns. We try and represent everything as
You think
best
that's an
as
OLIGHT on his
possible. That does kind of look like an OLIGHT on his head, doesn't it? Somebody's going to love these because this was their childhood and then
Super Surfer.
in the desert. All right. Starting out. Shauna says 1988 awesome all-star non-sports card. That's what Shauna is saying. All right. I think we're up to 100 right now. I think we're at Travis at 100. Everything is as is. No guarantees, no returns. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. We're up at 100 right now. Sharon says those cards are 1988 baseball's greatest gross outs. That's what it is. Baseball's greatest gross outs.
These are?
That's what it is. Now I remember. Greatest gross outs. Yep. That's what it is. Yep.
I wish I would have said that on the back.
All right, we're up to 100. 100. 100 is high bid right now with Travis P, I believe. 100 is high bid right now with Travis P. All kinds of super cool cards. The Hog Face. The Nethead Nelson. We got 20 seconds left to go. 100 is high bid right now with Travis P. The Winged Wayne. Somebody Wayne the bathtub. Greatest gross outs. Sharon was right on it. It is. It's the greatest gross outs. That's now I remember. She said that. That's what I figured out at one point. All right, let's see what happens. I think we're at Travis P still at 100. Going once. Travis P at 100. Going twice. Sold to Travis P.
Woo!
Nice job. All right, Travis P, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address. We're going to call these what kind of sports cards? Non-sports cards.
Yeah, I just called them the
Zero Hero. We'll call it. Make sure you tell George you won the Zero Hero cards lot, and then your bid at 100. And then backup bidder is, let's see who backup bidder is. Yeah, Travis P is the high bidder. And then backup bidder was Mr. Sharkbite 6415 is backup bidder at 99. So
Woo,
Mr. Sharkbite 6419. Hopefully I just got that right. Or 15, not 19. You can send George an email as well. Just send all the same information. YouTube name, real name, shipping address, the lot, which was the Zero Hero lot, and then your bid amount at 99. You can send that right there. You can see right there on the screen what tails@yahoo.com. And George is bringing up another lot right now.
The next lot are assorted
Here we go.
Trek lots.
Star Trek?
Star Trek cards.
Star Trek. How many Trekkies do we have out there?
So you get this big old binder of cards.
You know what? I'm just going to give you a big old screen layout.
And then you get this big old box of, it's even though it says baseball cards on it,
that's all
they're
Star
all
Trek?
Star Trek cards in here. Yes. So
Mike and Beth
here's
say,
the-
your best deterrent to the Coyotes would be running the chipper every day at different places.
Chip, chip, chip.
Chip, chip, Peru.
We were just going to get a radio. And
We're
try
going to
that.
Walmart to get a radio. Kurt's already in at 25. W. Vaughn says, yeah, I'm a Trekkie. Chad's in at 75, it looks like, as well. Redneck Treasure is a Trekkie. And then the niche lady says, Nanu, Nanu. Oh, wait, wrong show.
That's 1991. I'm assuming most of these are probably going to be.
Patrick's in at 90 right now. Jeffrey is in at 100 for the Trekkie cards.
What was this guy's name? Spock.
Yeah, Spock is live long and prosper.
Let's see what the
and
date is.
the newer Star Trek movies that come out are so good too.
91.
Patrick's now in 125. Patrick's in 125.
There's William Shatner. Right? Isn't that William Shatner?
Yep. And
I
then
just know him from the
Kathy
show
says the stickers.
911.
I don't know which stickers Kathy's talking about. She must be talking about the Zero Heroes. She said some go up to $14.
I believe it.
And then BC Eagle Deb says, which Trekkie? Are you a TOS or a TNG? Honestly, I don't even know what that means to you.
That's Trekkie language. It's Trekkie verbiage.
I just like them all. I've always liked them.
It's Trekkie verbiage.
Debbie Vaughn says Spock is my BFF.
I bet he is, Debbie.
Jeffrey's in at $150.01.
There's a lot of Spock cards in here. He's always mean mugging in all his cards. He doesn't smile. He's always like, he's got the 11s in between the brows.
Teresa says we need Hale's cards.
So I want to say when I quickly glance through this binder, even though most of these cards are Star Trek, I thought I saw.
Oh, Debbie,
dated 92.
We're back. Patrickson at 151.
These are dated 92.
Teresa wants a Harry Banana card.
That'd be funny.
Usually you get those in text, don't you? I can text her that picture of Harry Banana. I have Harry Banana here. I'll show everybody.
So these are towards the back of this binder. There's some U.S. Olympic cards. So they're not all Star Trek. So up until here, these are all Star Trek. And then this portion is a combination of the U.S. Olympics. And then there's also animals.
James, to send an email, all you do is go to your email account and then you email the email on the screen. And then they're saying one is the original series, one is the next generation. I've liked them all. Then you got Deep Space Nine, you got Voyager, you got all kinds of Star Trek.
What is this? All My Children?
You've got cards for All My Children?
There's some cards in here from All My Children.
Are you serious?
1991.
It shows you how well we look at this.
Here's isn't All My Children a soap opera?
Yes.
I don't know how I knew that.
Deb D says William Shatner is the Rocket Man. Rocket Man!
And then General Hospital.
Tawanda is now at 170.
So there's some General Hospital cards, and then back here are some baseball cards.
170 is the high bid right now. So,
right, so that's the binder.
So there's Trekkie cards in there. There's General Hospital. There's All My Children.
And then
did you say there was Olympic?
U.S. Olympics were in there, and then a couple baseball cards. I'm curious to know what date these cards are.
Mr. Sharkbite 6415 is at 171 now. George is checking dates on cards.
92. And then in this big old box, we'll see how long it is.
All the way to your elbow. Tawanda's now at 172. Cheryl said General Hospital is the only soap left.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I thought What the Hales was a soap opera.
With Marilyn, it sure was.
And the Florida Neighbors.
Oh my goodness, it never ended. I'm so glad we're blessed with good neighbors now.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better when the government is your neighbor. They leave us alone, we leave them alone. David is high bidder now.
The Coyote, though, they don't keep to themselves.
Yeah, that's true. They don't. David's high bidder right now, 175. Jeffrey came in at 173.03, but David's still high bidder at 175. Patty says Days of Our Lives is still on. Tawanda came in at 174, but high bidder is still with David at 175. 175 is a high bid, and Days of Our Lives is still on, Claire said. 176 now to Tawanda.
I kind of want to find a card of him smiling.
You're probably not going to because he never did.
Smiles.
That was part of the Vulcan
culture. That wasn't his favorite.
Do you know how Egyptians do things that I find awkward and weird in culture? Vulcans never smile. They don't show emotion.
Oh.
David is at 180. 180 is high bid right now. 180. We got a whole bunch of other bids. We got 177, 177, 171, 180, 78. 180 is high bid right now with David. David came in at 180, 180. And Flippin' Adventure said Spock smiled one time. It was probably when he was out on a date with Debbie Vaughn. Jeffrey's now at 190. High bid right now is at 190. Spock was probably smiling. Oh, wait. Was Spock her BF or was it
there
William
ketchup
Shatner?
on the scene? Or
that's
like,
a good
what
question.
was going on when he was smiling?
Jeffrey's at 190. 190 is the high bid right now. 190 is the high bid. Stephen White says it's not logical. And if you're a Trekkie, you know what that means. You have no clue what that means, what I just said.
I used to watch some of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I never got into Star Wars, but I did watch Star Trek with my grandma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
190 is still the high bid, I believe. 190 is still the high bid. My dad would get home from work from the grocery store, and the very first thing he would do when he got home from work was put on Star Trek. So, like, Star Trek was on every day during the week.
So I remember this guy from Reading Rainbow.
Oh my goodness, it's Lamar.
Reading
Yeah,
Rainbow.
that's Next Generation. So you got Next Generation in there too.
Yeah.
And Rose said Spock
English
smiled at his book signing. I love it. All right. I believe we're at 190 right now. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. You can tell we didn't even know what was in there as we're turning the pages. We try and represent everything as best as possible. Reality is it's a surprise for us a lot of times, it's a surprise for you because we have so much volume. But most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because that's logical. You only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this.
Isn't this guy on X-Men?
Yes, that's not only an X-Men, that's Captain Picard. I believe we have a high bid of 190, I believe it was. We want everybody to live long and prosper on this bid. Debbie Vaughn says he's hot too. Ow! Debbie Vaughn. Debbie. Debbie Vaughn Debbie Vaughn is after all the nerds. Debbie Vaughn, you got a thing for nerds?
Talk nerdy to me.
So does George.
Debbie's probably like, talk nerdy to me.
All right. Oh, yes. Yeah. BC Eagle Deb says he was Professor X. Yep.
Yes.
She was in the X-Men. I believe we're at Debbie Vaughn definitely loves nerds.
All
yep.
Right.
Yep. Debbie Vaughn is a nerd lover. So is George. All right. Where are we at? I believe we're at 195. Tawanda came in at 195. I see Tawanda at 195. 195 is the high bid right now. Tony says nerd is the word. 195 is a high bid. I believe Tawanda got it at 195. Nice job. Nice job. And Dan Davis says Debbie likes dad bods. All right. Tawanda, you're high bidder at 195. And then who was it? Who was Tawanda's high bidder at 195. Backup bidder was, now I forget who. Jeffrey. All right, Tawanda, your high bidder at 195. You're going to send an email to George. You're going to say, you're going to give us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address. You're going to say this was the live long and prosper. Live long and prosper. The Star Trek card lot, and 195 is your high bid. And then Jeffrey, you can send George an email as well, just in case anything doesn't go through. Say, hey, I was backup bidder.
What show was the Nanu Nanu?
That was Mork and Mindy. Nanu Nanu was Mork and Mindy.
Robin Williams?
Yeah, Robin Williams. And then, so Jeffrey, you can send an email as well. I had to remember for a second where in the world I was. Now I know who's going to come out and bid. Veronica's going to be in the chat tonight.
All right. The next lot are...
you know what? She's just going with it. I'm giving it to her.
The next lot are assorted Barbies. This comes from the Dolls of the World collection. These are a lot of fun. I love these, the ones that are from around the world. This is the Thai Barbie.
Did you sell the one that looked like you? Remember the one that looked like you?
Yes. Yes, I did, Jeremy. This one is dated 1997. This is the Thai Barbie. Again, this is from the Dolls Around the World collection. The next one is the Native American Barbie. This one has a date of 1997. So there's the Native American Barbie. Sorry about the glare. Next one is the Peruvian Barbie. She's holding a little Peruvian baby. This one has a date of...
Bids are coming in already.
These are
I'll read the bids in just a second. I'm having side effects of my medication, heartburn. I gotta go eat some Tums.
This one has some damage to the retail box. So I'll try to show you the damages. This one is the Chilean Barbie. The Chilean Barbie. Next one is the Moroccan Barbie. There's some damage to the retail box right there. It's a little indented. The Moroccan Barbie.
All right. Let's see if Veronica's in the house tonight.
Next is the Austrian Barbie. Not to be confused with the Australian Barbie. This is Austrian Barbie.
Veronica is in the house tonight. 95. I see Veronica and then 95 right now. I also saw Mr. Shark Bit. They're saying at 95. We got Mr. Shark Bite is at 99.
This is
99 is a high bid right now.
The Polish Barbie. There is damage to the retail box right here. There's an indentation.
Veronica, we really want to see. I got to go on screen.
This is the Polish Barbie.
Veronica, send us pictures of your collection. We can only imagine in our minds what your collection looks like of Barbies. So if you get time and if you're willing to share, we understand we can't demand you to share, but if you're willing to share with us, it'd be awesome to see your collection.
The Swedish Barbie, the price sticker is covering up her face.
All right, let's see who's back in here bidding. And Roger just said $1.90.
Yeah. Some of these vintage Barbies can go for over 100. All right, we can start the timer if you'd like. So you get 8 Barbies, and again, this comes from
Dottie's given $25 for Veronica.
Dolls of the World anniversary.
They're doing helping Veronica for her collection again. I love it.
Funny. So they're celebrating 20 years of the Dolls of the World collection. Most of these are dated 97. You get the Swedish Barbie. You can start the timer if you'd like.
You're ready?
Yep.
Kimbry 15 says, "Can you see my bid?" I don't know because I was eating some Tums, but I could see that comment right there. All right, Andrew Smith is at 150 right now. 150 is the high bid right now.
Austrian Barbie.
Debbie Vaughn goes, "I'm not a nerd. I just like them."
Chilean Barbie. There's some damage to the box, to the retail box.
Pam's at 110. Oh, Sharon is now at 160. 160 is the high bid. So Andrew is at 150. 160 is the high bid. Veronica says she's out, even with the help from everybody. She's out.
Peruvian Barbie.
Kimbry is at 160. Veronica, we still want to see your collection because we think it's awesome. Okay. I got to get back to the timer. All right, everything is as is. And no guarantees, no returns. We try and represent everything as best as possible. You get to see it the exact way that we got it. We've done nothing with it. And if there's damage on the box, George tries to show that. 180 is the high bid right now. I believe 180. Nope, we got 200. Kimbry's in at 200. 200 is the high bid right now. So most importantly, especially with this, if you're not seeing your bids, if we're not calling out your bid, like Kimbry 15 just did, she just typed in the words 200. So we definitely have a 200 high bid right now. Andrew was at 180. There's bids anywhere and everywhere. Most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only got 1 minute to win it. 200 is the high bid right now on this Barbie lot. 200 is the high bid. Kimbry is the high bid right now. Kimbry is the high bid right now. 200. 200 is high bid right now. 200 on the Barbie lot. Barbies from around the world. Minerala 7 says, "I have a collection of Barbies myself. I would love to sell." All right, 200 still the high bid. Contact George. She might buy them from you. What the hell's at yahoo.com? And 210. Pam's now in at 210. 210 is the high bid right now with about 20 seconds left to go. 20 seconds left to go. Pam shipping in is the high bidder at 210. 210. 15 seconds now. 15 seconds. Kimberly just came in at 220. 220 right now. Sharon came in at 225. The bids are coming in now. Do not lose it to a snipe, especially with a lag. 225 is the high bid right now. Sharon Peddler is the high bidder right now. 225. 225 is the high bid. 225 is the high bid going once. 225 is the high bid going twice. 230. Kimberly just came in at 230. 230 came in. I think it's just in time. Just in time. Sold. Kimberly got it in. 230. Wow. Wow. Am I saying it right? Kimberly 15. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Kimberly 15 just got it in. Nice job, Kimberly 15. That's the way to get the last bid in and not lose it due to time. Kimberly, nice. Nice. Okay. Kimberly, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send your YouTube name. When you have to speak for hours on end to a camera, this is what ends up happening. You can't speak at all. Kimberly 15, you're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and you're going to say the Barbies from around the world lot. Important that you distinguish that because there's another Barbie lot coming up. And then also put in your bid amount, which was 230. And then I believe backup bidder was JK's changing his name to a name that I can't say. Adirondack instead of JK. We never say JK's name, do we? Well, if he changes his name, that's his fault. Won't be singing the alphabet anymore. Giving it a shout out. 230 and backup bidder was Sharon. Sharon, you were backup bidder at 225. You can go ahead and send all your information as well. All right. We got another Barbie lot.
You'll get 8 Barbies in this lot as well.
I'm going to go ahead and bam.
This is the Little Debbie series.
Well, Little Debbie didn't make me Debbie.
This is 1997.
I mean, Little Debbie didn't make me little.
Remember that one time there was a Little Debbie truck at a storage unit and we went up to the truck looking for Little Debbie? We're like, knock, knock. Is Little Debbie here?
Can we talk to Little Debbie? Can we get her autograph?
And the driver thought we were so ridiculous.
We just want to talk to Little Debbie.
We want to tell her how amazing her snacks are. Your favorite's the oatmeal pie.
Oatmeal pies. Oh my goodness, those are so good. Oatmeal pies, Nutter Butters. Swiss rolls I'm not, a big fan of, but the oatmeal pies are incredible.
Mm-hmm. I like the fudge rounds.
The pumpkin things they put out. I love. Pam's in at 25. Sylvia just came in at 80. Philip said Little Debbie is now Big Deborah. Bonnie's trying to teach me how to say Adirondacks. And Veronica's in at 86. Veronica's high bidder right now at 86.
So you get the full size, the full size Barbie, and then you get the little miniature Barbies.
Marilyn X is in at 90. 90 is high bid right now.
Every Little Debbie comes with like a little mini Debbie in this package.
Veronica at 94. Pam at 95. Mr. Sharkbite 6415 is in at 99. Andrew is now at 150. 150. Robert says, the oatmeal cream pie, that is great.
With some coffee.
You know what I was just thinking? You know how we get, we'll get like flurries and stuff? You know what would be really good in a flurry? Oatmeal cream pies. That would be a flurry.
That would be really good.
Oh, Teresa says the Star Crunch. I've never been a really big fan of the Star Crunch.
I like it. I like it, yeah.
Redneck Treasure says, Nutter Butter is where it's at. I do love the Nutter Butters.
Didn't someone...
Yeah, for sure. Susan just came in at 160. And Philip said oatmeal cream pie is my blood type.
Is that thunder?
Yeah, that is the storm. That's the thunder.
97.
BC Eagle Deb's all about the cosmic brownies.
Yeah.
The moon pies. Diana likes the moon pies. Andrew's now at 180.
So good.
Fudge brownies. Cindy, yes, I forgot about the fudge brownies. I can eat an entire box of those in 5 minutes with the fudge brownies. Zebra cakes. Those are good, Teresa.
Does she make the pecan rolls too? That taste like cinnamon rolls?
I never had a pecan roll.
They taste like cinnamon rolls. They're so good.
I don't know, but I would eat it for sure. You know what? 180. I was just going to say, I forgot where we were at. We're talking about food. 180 is the high bid right now. Andrew Smith is on. Thank you, Flutter. 180 is the high bidder right now. 180 with Andrew's high bidder right now.
96. Those are all 8 of the Barbies that you'll get.
Phil likes anything with cookies and cream.
So here's the Little Debbie series, along with the little minis.
Oh, Harriet said the gingerbread men last Christmas. I have had those. Those are really good too.
And then here's
BC Eagle Deb says, really, Jeremy? I love the pecan swirls. But the pecan swirls aren't made by Little Debbie, are they? They're in that like orange clear packaging.
And then these are the spring collection of Barbie. Oh, so this must be the same Barbie. Yeah, these are the spring petals, except one's a brunette and one's a blonde.
Glenda just said, can I send a check to your address for the camp? If you send a check to us for camp, it has to be in the name of Camp Patmos. And yes, we can get it to Camp Patmos. And I Love Myrtle Beach says, Jeremy, do you put ketchup on your Little Debbie cakes? Interestingly enough, no.
Not yet.
Yeah, Christmas trees are good.
I'm surprised you haven't put ketchup on your pizza.
I have done that. I've dipped pizza in ketchup, especially like the crust.
I've never witnessed it.
The crust, especially if it's stuffed crust, I'll
Here's
dip the crust if I'm out of sauce.
The Tea Party Barbie. I love her dress. It's like different colors. It's like an ombre of colors. So that's all 8 of the Barbies that you'll get.
Dusty old dude said zebra cakes, sugar and lard.
Zebra cakes
that's
are
the
good.
best.
I don't think there's any Little Debbie treat that is not good.
I mean, there's
the
just
Swiss
some
roll.
that,
You said you're not.
I mean, there's just some that I would prefer over the others. But how do you ever go wrong with a oatmeal cream
You ready
pie?
for the timer?
Yep, I'm ready for the timer.
Okay.
I don't know where we're at. Flutter just reminded us. Andrew Smith is still the high bidder at 180. All right. And BC Eagle Deb just put in the address for Camp Patmos. Yes, that is Camp Patmos's address. So thank you so much. They do have a post office box, though. So that is the physical address for Camp Patmos, but all their mail goes to a P.O. box. All right. I can't remember on the island. There's so few people on the island. They might just throw it in the P.O. box anyway. All right. We're at 180, I believe. And we're at 180. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. This is the Little Debbie. We got so sidetracked, as usual, by food. This is the Little Debbie Barbie lot. You got to bid fast. Rose wants to know banana flips.
Yes.
Yeah, you're into that?
I like them.
Well, George is into it. I don't know that I've had one.
You like the artificial banana flavor?
Yeah, we had. Remember, we had Elvis ice cream.
Then you would like it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
All right, high bid is still 180, and you know what? We got to get this countdown eventually. So you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You only got 1 minute to win it. Let's do it. Here we go. 180 is the high bid right now. 180 is the high bid right now. Even with the moon pies and the Swiss rolls and the banana flips.
No Little Debbie snacks included in
and
this.
the cosmic brownies. And you name it.
Make sure they know that the snacks are not included.
Snacks are not included. And Randex just said he loves anything banana. And Julie says, well, I like Hostess. So take that.
JK says, I love anything banana.
I have no idea who JK is, but I do know who Andrew Randex is. I know who Andrew Randex is.
Ooh, there's a Debbie Swiss roll ice cream.
That sounds good. All right, we're still at 200. Kimberly's now at 200. Kimberly's at 15's at 200 with about 18 seconds left to go. We got so sidetracked with all the snacks. Kimberly came in and she went 200. I know this is still an auction, even if Jeremy and George don't. This is not about snack time. BC Eagle Deb said bid long, bid wrong. We're getting back on track. They're getting us back on track. Okay.
Peanut butter
All
oatmeal
right.
pies.
All right, we're back on track now. Andrew 200 is high bid. 200. Kimberly 15 is high bidder right now. 200 going once, going twice, and
Kimberly at 200.
Susan came in at 185. Sold! Kimberly at 200. Wow, nice job.
Yes.
Nice job.
Redneck Treasure says his wife likes pizza with a
ranch.
little pizza
Yeah.
with
I've
her
seen
ranch
people
dressing.
like that too. I've seen people like that.
She
Not
probably
you, but
pours the ranch dressing on her pizza.
yep, I've seen people like that. Kimberly, I don't know how you won this auction. I can't even believe that we actually got to auction it off after we were talking about all the Little Debbie snacks, but we did. So you're going to do the same thing as before. You're going to send all of your information right over there, whatthehales@yahoo.com. Backup bidder, I don't even know who backup bidder was. I don't even think I'm going to be able to find who backup bidder was. It was probably Andrew, right? It was probably Andrew. No, backup bidder is Susan Pretty at 185, Debbie Vaughn just said.
Thank you, Mods.
I did not want to go back and look through all those snacks and try and find the backup better. Everybody talking about snacks and
You're
this
gonna
and
start
that.
getting hangry.
Wow. You know, an
Wow.
oatmeal cream pie would be so good in a flurry. I never thought about it until right now.
I could make it happen for you.
You would do that for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
All right, she's bringing up another lot.
All
It
right,
looks
next
like
lot
like
are
jewelry.
it's a huge collection of assorted keychains.
Michelle sent $2.
Ooh.
Frozen Little Debbie Nutty Bars. I've
Oh
never
my
had
God.
one.
Thank you for the idea, Michelle.
We should cut some of those up and oatmeal cream pies and
So
put them
there's-
in a milkshake.
In this lot, we should. There's there are some magnets. They're not just all keychains, but you will find a couple magnets in here.
Andrew Smith says his packages arrived in awesome condition and was packed very, very well.
Oh,
So
good.
George does all the packing. I have nothing to do with it. That's all George.
I spend a lot of time packaging to make sure that it arrives in one piece and not crunch.
Yes, she does.
Because USPS will toss the package across the warehouse.
Adirondack said, all them Debbies are trouble no matter how you spell it. We should take frozen Little Debbies
Yeah.
and put it into a
We'll stop at Walmart, get some oatmeal cream pie, go to Dairy Queen or any ice cream store, get some frozen vanilla.
We should go get some of the pumpkin ice cream down the road at the ice cream shop, and then put it all in there.
There's assorted keys too in this lot. So if you're into collecting keys,
Actually, you see, those are toilet paper dispenser openers. If you're into going into different businesses and getting their toilet paper for TPing places, you got access.
There's a Florida keychain on here. There's all kinds of keychains mixed with the keys. I once went down a rabbit hole on the eBay sold comps of how much keys cost or have sold for. Here's a Teletubby.
Jay said Walmart sells oatmeal cream pie ice cream. Really?
Who makes it?
BC Eagle Deb said, Jeremy, did I tell you I framed an autographed decal I won from you as a free lot item?
Who said that?
BC Eagle Deb. That's crazy.
We autographed it.
I'm shocked she didn't throw it away.
Sometimes I try and send like a COA with our autographs. Sometimes, if I have time, I'll do it.
It was funny being back at Camp Patmos and finding
this isn't a keychain, but it looks like it's an ornament.
My autograph is all over that camp and the different projects I always did. So concrete projects at the pool, the wastewater treatment plant, the putting in the playground. My name is all over that place. And it's funny to go back there and see it so many years later. This is an
ornament.
All right, $25 bid so far.
Here's another set of keys.
Cecilia says mail time next week will all be Little Debbie's.
Jeremy's trying to lose weight.
I'm trying to. It doesn't work that well. Deborah Bliss said Hudsonville ice cream makes Little Debbie ice cream snacks.
What?
Nice. And BC Eagle Dev says you did send me a COA, George.
Oh, awesome. I can't remember all the COAs that I send.
And Elaine says Little Debbie is selling ice cream in pints at some Walmarts.
What? Not at the Walmarts we've been
And then
to.
Debbie says there's ketchup popsicles sold in Canada. Everybody's been telling us about that.
No thanks. Here's that car key Christian's been chasing.
Jeffrey says the problem with losing weight, it's so easy to find again.
Oh, somehow a Coca-Cola pen ended up in this lot. This is one of those multicolored pens.
And it's Coca-Cola?
And it's Coca-Cola.
Well, I guess it's in there now.
Some of these came from Florida because there's a lot of Florida keychains in here.
Sherry B is still high bid at 25. High bid at 25. High bid right now at 25 as we talk about ice cream.
There's a Las Vegas keychain.
Little Debbie snacks.
Here's a Minnie Mouse bow keychain.
Flippin' Adventure saw macaroni and cheese ice cream.
Oh, woo. This pen ended up in
Baby,
this
come on.
lot
If
too.
Chick-fil-A made mac and cheese ice cream, you would eat it.
What?
No, you love their...
Oh, look at this. This isn't a keychain.
You would eat it and you know it.
This is dated 1990. Go for it, dude.
Oh,
Bart
that's probably
Simpson.
worth something.
You know where I found this?
No clue whatsoever.
With the military patches.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was with the pins. I'm like, yeah, you don't belong there.
Jeffrey Montgomery is now in at 30. 30. I think if Chick-fil-A made mac and cheese ice cream,
Here's a
you
magnet.
would eat it.
Ooh.
Whatever they did with their mac and
Somehow
cheese. Somehow
this ended up with the keychains. So you get this.
Cecilia is almost down to 110 pounds again. She has 3 more pounds to lose. Last time I was 110 pounds, I was in kindergarten. Tiny one. Kindergarten was the last time I was 110 pounds. Vincent said, are there any OLIGHTs in the auction? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
There will be OLIGHTs.
We've got
Harriet's at 35.
We got one more lot before the free lot.
Sherry's at 33. This is all kinds. What are we calling this lot?
Assorted keychain lot.
Assorted keychain lot.
Look, this is the Indians back when it was the Indians.
Which they are no more. The Guardians now. So Indians
Chief
is gonna
Yahoo is
gonna make more money now. Jeffrey's in at 40. James McDonald says, can you see my bid? James, I can't see a bid, but I can see. Did you say, can you see my bid? Try writing your amount out. Cecilia said pie apple ice cream is good. Yes, it is. Sherry's in at 38.
Oh my, here's some more keys. This might even be a car key.
SB said escargot ice cream.
Ooh.
Sherry's in at 50. Mary came in at 45. Jab came in at 44. Sherry Bloomfield is now at 50. Pam says, I really wish people would stop losing weight because I keep finding it.
Oh, this house somehow got in here. A medal.
What's it a medal for?
Track, maybe?
I don't know.
When you pass
flowing
the torch.
Hair. It's a medal for flowing hair.
That looks like they're passing the torch.
James just came in at 45, even though the high bid was a Sherry with 50.
Aww.
50 is the high bid right now.
Look at this keychain.
James, we see your 45. Jeffrey Montgomery is now in at 60. Kathy, Viking Queen, says there is a hamburger ice cream.
There's an alligator keychain.
That's a real alligator claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is from Florida. I remember finding that in the storage unit.
Mm-hmm.
That is real alligator right there. It's like having a rabbit's foot, but it is a alligator foot.
Isn't that the donkey from Winnie the Pooh?
Not sure. Sherry Bloomfield is in at 62. James McDonald is now at 65.
Is this from Florida?
Elvis Presley Jr. said, make oatmeal cookies, put the pumpkin ice cream in the middle of the 2 cookies.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that would be good.
That sounds like diabetes. Bring it on.
Yeah, Sherry's now in at 70. That would be so good. Oh my goodness, that would be good. On a fall day, that would be incredible on a fall day when everything is pumpkin.
I should have had these laid out so that I could just show them quicker. There's a ton of assorted keychains in here. More car keys.
James McDonald is in at 75. Oh, Cecilia says here's a candy apple ice cream.
Here's another Florida keychain.
Debbie Vaughn says she's dated Ben and Jerry. Debbie, you are so scandalous. James McDonald 75. Jeffrey Montgomery came in at 75, but James McDonald has the first 75 bid. Jeffrey Montgomery is now in at 80. 80 is now the high bid.
Here's a Texas keychain. Here's a dice keychain.
With dice in the middle.
Here's a palm tree, which is also a can opener. Here's a brain. If I only had a brain.
James McDonald's now at 85.
Here's a lucky penny. Oh, there's all kinds of fun stuff in here. More car keys. Christian would bet on this if he was here. He's always looking for car keys.
Jeffrey's now in at 90. 90.
Here's a flashlight.
90 is the high bid right now.
All right, you can put the timer on if you'd like.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
For real, for real. James is now at 95. George is telling me now it's time for the timer. Debbie Vaughn says, not really, guys. I was married my whole life to the same Aeoli.
Same old.
The same old. Come on, guys. You know Debbie Vaughn is a jokester. She didn't date Ben and Jerry. It was a one-night stand. So that being said, just joking. Just completely and totally joking. All right. Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. Jeffrey Montgomery is at 100. Debbie Vaughn, I understood completely. She's clarifying. It's still the same Oli guy. This is YouTube, and there are things we can do and say and things we can't. All right, here we go. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only have 1 minute to win it. Here we go. We're up to 100. James McDonald's in at 100 right now on this whole entire lot. Keychains are very, very collectible.
Somehow this name tag made it in here.
Whose name is it?
Denise.
Denise from Texas.
From Texas.
Disney. Oh, that's Disney, isn't it?
Walt Disney.
That's right. We found that in Florida. Frisco's mom said $2. Winter Patience and Christian getting married in about 2.5 weeks. We'll be live streaming it. Debbie married my... Kathy Viking Queen said Debbie married my ex-husband. All right. They're passing them around, apparently. And Debbie Vaughn said, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I know how pure you are and innocent. Thank you for understanding, Debbie. All right. We're still at 100, I believe, right now. Still at 100 right now. Tabitha is talking about Star Crunches again. We're back into Little Debbie snacks. Sounds like Ben and Jerry were snacking on Little Debbie Vaughn. So, anyways, we're at 100. We're at 100. 100 is high bid right now. I believe it is Jeffrey Montgomery still at 100 high bid. 100 high bid right now is high bid. $25 means free shipping. It is sold. It is Jeffrey Montgomery. Jeffrey Montgomery, your high bidder. So Jeffrey Montgomery, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, and if they're the same, your shipping address. You're going to send the keychain lot, and then say your bid amount, $100. You're going to send that right there. whatthehales@yahoo.com. Backup bidder was, you know what? I'm so lost. I don't even know.
Ask the mods for, you're going to phone a friend.
Do you think the mods are keeping up with this? We're all in Debbie Vaughn's life right now.
Yes.
We are all about Debbie Vaughn right now. So trying to figure out what she was doing with Ben and Jerry. And they say there is no soap operas anymore. Woo! Wow.
Well, when her and JK take over, they can keep the soap opera.
When Debbie Vaughn and JK take over the channel, then you can ask Debbie Vaughn all about who was better, Ben or Jerry. All right, so we still have
brothers.
James McDonald was backup bidder at 95. James McDonald, you can do all the same, send all that information as backup bidder.
All right, one more lot before the free lots.
All right, we got another lot coming up here.
The next one.
Who knows what's going to be brought up this time in the chat?
Assorted bells.
Bells. There we go.
Cowbell.
It's What the Bells.
More cowbell.
Welcome to What the Bells.
The cowbell got loose. So it's all there.
Oh, does it just have to be hooked up again?
Can you fix it?
I'm not good at hooking up, but I hear Debbie Vaughn is.
This is actually a turkey collar. So this is assorted bells and whistles, and then a turkey collar.
The answer is no, I can't fix this right now. I have to open up that S-clip to fix it.
Okay. Here's two Hershey's bells.
All right, we got Austin in at 35. Niche Lady says more cowbell. More cowbell.
This I
So
think
is
is
in at
sterling.
50. Lefty 112 is in at 40.
This is silver plated.
More silver plated bell.
Does this one look familiar?
What was that one?
That
from?
one was on your windowsill at the Wooster.
Oh, was it? That was on my. So that was one of my decorations.
Yes.
Selling my stuff. Just
You told me I could.
You know what, George? Just take it all. Sell it. I don't need anything. Buy this house. Big old house. All this storage. But you want to sell everything? I don't even put anything. I don't even know what's in the drawers.
Who are you looking at? Here's the Liberty Bell.
Ain't no liberty here. Selling on myself.
There's no
Just take
jingle
the
jangle
liberty.
in this bell.
Take the liberty and sell it all, George. You know what? I don't need it. I don't need any of it.
Are you talking to me?
All right. We are at Sylvia with $50. And Cecilia says it's the belly lot.
Bells and whistles.
Terry says, nice bells, Jeremy. Nice bells.
This bell's cool because the bell part of her boots.
They're talking about Little Debbie Star Crunches again. Ice cream, Nutter Butter, Zebra cake, strawberry shortcake, Swiss rolls, honey buns, cosmic brownies, oatmeal cream pies, and ice cream. Oh my goodness, that would be good in ice cream. That
Bells
would be
are
really good.
Bells are fun. People collect bells.
Anorandex said the mumbling phrase. I recognize that well.
I once got.
And then he retracted.
lost.
Anorandex retracted his statement.
What did he say?
I
Or he
can't
or
tell
she
you.
say?
Retracted.
Oh, I thought you started to read it and then it was retracted.
Try again. Philip White Fam said, tingling. We're at Kathy Sweets now and at 60. JK says it's a phase, not
Now,
phrase.
This thing, this is like, we found this in a unit with like a bunch of Indian tribe stuff and the turtle shells.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the turtle shells?
Isn't that you blow on
So,
the end, don't
yeah.
you?
I haven't blown on it. So there are, aside from bells, there are whistles in here. Did
Matadam is at 50.
Remember the turkey caller?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to press it so they can hear it? You put the turkey collar in a bell lot.
Yeah, because it's bells and whistles.
All right, bells and whistles. You're getting all the bells and whistles with this one. Kathy Sweets in at 60.
So this one was found in Florida. And then here's the bell part.
So that
Yeah.
needs to be reattached as well.
Yeah, can you fix it? You just pull it through the hole.
Maybe, you know, I'm not good at pulling
Here's
stuff.
the Great Smoky Mountains.
Do you want me to read this chat or do you want me to pull this through the hole?
This is another whistle that was found in that unit with all the flints and like the Native American stuff. I'm assuming this is
I'm
another
shocked
whistle.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, believe it or not, I did.
I haven't blown. This one is like another whistle. See the little opening?
Native
And then-
American whistle.
Yeah, and the other opening in the back. Oh, I don't know how this got in here, but you get a yo-yo. A real wood yo-yo.
What's on the other side? I'm curious because old yo-yos are worth a lot of money. No identifier.
I don't know how that got in there, but you guys get a yo-yo. Whoever gets this. Look at this little bell.
Was that on my windowsill too?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Doink.
Everybody
couple
wants
whistles.
the Debbie Vaughn autobiography. My time is going to be
This,
called
I think, isn't
My
this a
Time
train
with
whistle?
Ben and Jerry.
This is a train whistle?
Whistle it. Try it.
Uh-uh. I mean, you can if you'd like.
I ain't putting that in my mouth.
But you want me to?
Yeah.
This was made in England.
The whistle was?
Mm-hmm.
It's not focusing for some reason. I think we're still at 60, but honestly, I can't remember. I'm too engrossed into Debbie Vaughn's autobiography right now. We should do a documentary video on Debbie Vaughn.
On Ben and Jerry.
Well, that would be part of it, but
Oh,
Debbie Vaughn.
That would be a chapter.
Yeah. We'll call her the Ice Cream Queen.
Aw.
Instead of the Tiger Queen, she'll be the Ice Cream Queen. Sing Me a Love Song wants to know if that whistle has a British accent when you whistle it.
Probably. It probably does.
Yep, we're still in at 60. Kathy Sweet's still high bidder.
All right. Here's another whistle. And another whistle.
Esmeralda wants to know, Jeremy, did you guys finally get the coyote? You're going to have to watch the videos. I think one of those whistles is an old Cracker Jack whistle, isn't it? The blue one, blue and white.
This one?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an old Cracker Jack toy whistle.
See the CJ for Cracker Jack?
That's not just any whistle. That's a vintage Cracker Jack whistle right there, toy, antique toy. Flip it over. I actually had aspirations of keeping that, but it's part of the whistle lot.
I don't know where it came from.
Maybe you know where everything else came from that you take and sell. All right, we are at Critters Togo's at 61 right now. Let's get us both back in here. And Ian's number one mom loves Cracker Jack. Hot.
All right, last lot before the free lot. You have a trivia question?
She just ran away and she said, "Do you have a trivia question?" I don't know where she went. So I guess we can do whatever we want because we have no supervision right now. So Debbie Vaughn, if I send you the link, you want to come on and tell everybody what's going on with Ben and Jerry? All right. So anyways, here we go. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns whatsoever. This is the bell lot and the whistle lot. Susan is still high bidder at 65, and you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only have 1 minute to win it. Let's go. Let's go. 65 is the high bid right now, I believe. 65 is the high bid. Susan is the high bidder. Kimbray just came in at 70. 70 is high bid right now with Kimbray. 15 is the high bid right now. 75. And JK said, we want to read the ice cream diaries. All right. Kimbray 15 is at 70. 70 right now with 30 seconds left to go. This is the bell and whistle lot. Bell and whistle lot. And everybody's asking Debbie Vaughn to go live after the auction so they can get the full story.
411.
They want the 411. Debbie Vaughn's going live. Maybe she'll bring us on as her guest. 70 is high bid right now. Kimbray 15 is the high bidder. 12, 11 seconds left to go. 10, 9. Needs more cowbell. Jeffrey says, need more cowbell. There's definitely a lot of bells. 3, 2, 1.
This one's not included. This bell is my personal cowbell. Not included.
That one's not included, but everything else is sold. Kimbray. Kimbray 15 at $70. Wow. All right, Kimbray, you know what to do already because you won a couple other lots. You're going to send all of that info right over there to whatthehales.yahoo.com at 70. Backup bidder was, I believe it was Susan, wasn't it? It was Susan Ludwig. You were backup bidder at 65. You can send all your info to George as well. And then that way we'll have it. Now for the question of OLIGHTs. Well, it just so happens there are going to be OLIGHTs tonight.
Yeah.
For free.
It's going to be the free lot.
I said it. Free.
I've got 2 lucky winners tonight.
I'm just going to remove that one.
I don't know what the trivia question is.
I don't know what the trivia question is either.
So
I just thought of the question.
Before we get into the trivia question, I want everyone to refresh.
All right.
Refresh.
I got to go to the bathroom for
refresh and make sure you're in live chat and not top chat.
Oh, they caught me. They caught me wearing my shorts like a dad. Hype those up a little bit more. There we go.
You're making things so awkward.
Well, come sit next to me and then maybe I'll be cooler. If you come sit next to me, maybe I'll be a whole lot cooler instead of so awkward.
Okay.
And instant coolness. Look at that. Instant coolness.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like nerds or not?
That just looks terrible.
Do you like nerds or not?
Talk nerdy to me, Jeremy. All right, so
the square root of 4 is 2.
Back.
Do you want to play with my pocket protector?
What's a pocket protector?
And you say you like nerds. Debbie Vaughn knows what the pocket protector is.
All right, so on to the free lot. Based on the trivia question that Jeremy will be asking, I don't know what the trivia question is. Sometimes I know the answer, sometimes I don't.
I do. You know this answer.
If you are the first to answer correctly, you get dibs on one of these OLIGHT free giveaways. Right now I have a OLIGHT keychain. And then I also have an OLIGHT drawstring bag. And it still has the tag on it. So again, 2 lucky winners tonight. The first 2 people to answer Jeremy's trivia question. First one to answer will get first dibs on whether you want the OLIGHT keychain or the OLIGHT drawstring bag.
All right, what a crazy week, huh?
Very crazy.
So
it was fun. It was very fun.
Our highlight of the week was definitely
Camp Patmos with Dave and Dave's wife, Christy, and all the campers.
And the whole team up
and
there. And
the
all
only
the
people I knew up there, actually the only person I had ever met prior to going to Camp Patmos was Dave. But all of the employees and all of the volunteers were so nice. They were also very nice to us.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And Dave has been nice to us before. We've actually, without Dave, we would have been stranded on the island before. Yeah. We've had truck breakdown camping at the state park. And
he went out and got a part for us and then had it sent on the ferry over to us.
He's gotten us tools so that we could get home and not be stranded. He's just a phenomenal friend and individual. And so, believe it or not, the video that we thought that would get the most views ever is the video that has the least views. And so, in the beginning, we titled it, I think we gave away 150,000.
We gave a fan 150,000 to do one thing.
Yeah, and we've changed it multiple times. Right now, it says, "Please help us." We continue to adjust it and try and see if it'll take off in the YouTube world. And there are things that help it take off in the YouTube world. But the biggest thing that helps a video take off in the YouTube world, watching it from the very beginning to the very end and getting as many people to do that as possible. Mm-hmm. And so we're a little bit hurt because we've invested so much time in creating the video, and yet it's underperforming. And we think
the video.
It's one of the most important videos we've ever done.
Took days
to actually edit. And so, and to get it right. And by all means, I'm not a professional editor, so you just get whatever I give you. And I'm not a professional editor. I wish I was. I wish I was better.
You're much better than when you first started. That's for sure.
That's up for debate.
I think you are. Like the part where they were singing worship, the "Oh Happy Day" part.
I got lucky.
All those shots.
I got lucky on lining that all up.
So good. I was like, wow. I noticed that right away. I was like, you probably spent the most time doing that.
Just lining that up.
Yeah.
Which in a real editing world, what people would do is they would take the music, the sound from one solid clip, and then they would line up the clips. I can't do that in the way I edit. I use a very basic program. I do it on my phone. So I had to get the clips to line up perfectly from the whole angles of everywhere where I was filming. And I got really lucky. But the trivia question is probably going to come from that video.
Okay.
And then we're going to ask you to share that video with absolutely everybody. Get it out there, get it viewed. And we're going to continue to move forward to help kids
and
get
to stay tuned for the follow-up.
Yes, absolutely. So the question is simply this. You know, Christian did not think I could ski with my teeth. What did you think?
I knew you could because you did it when we first met.
Yeah, so you've seen me do it before. But Christian is like, yeah, right. Never. Not going to happen.
Christian didn't even think Jeremy was going to make it up out of the water. And if you watch the video, I asked Christian, I was like, Christian, how long do you think Jeremy will be able to stay standing up during his first try?
And that's the question today. How long did I stay standing up during my first try? We need the absolute perfect answer. George does know the answer to this. How long did I stay up my first try up? We got different people coming in with different answers right now. George knows the answer. Absolutely knows the answer.
Dad bods float.
Yeah, well, not this one. This one sinks. We're getting all kinds of answers. I see 10 seconds, 7 seconds. I see getting older, 11 seconds, 22 seconds, 14 seconds, 7 seconds. I'm not even going to use the timer because, I mean, I feel bad if I use the timer. because if I used the timer, I would only use it for the amount of seconds that it took me to get up, and that would give the answer away. I'm seeing 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 7 seconds, 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, man.
Which video did you watch?
Yeah. Did you even watch the video?
All right. Well, what I see on my end, and I'm in live chat, the first person to answer correctly was Mary Parfait with 12 seconds.
Nice.
Nice job, Mary.
It was 12
And the second
seconds.
person that I see on my end to answer the trivia question correctly is Dad's treasure chest with 12 seconds. Woo!
So what do they need to do? They need to email you, right?
What you need to do is email me at whatthehales@yahoo.com. What the Hales, all one letter, no $, just what the Hales. Replace the S with the $sign with an S at yahoo.com. Let me know that you are the winner of the trivia question, and please provide me with your name and your mailing address. Mary, since you were the first one to answer correctly, let me know which one you would prefer, either the OLIGHT keychain or the OLIGHT drawstring bag. Hope you guys had fun hanging out with us live. We'll be back next Sunday with another auction and another fun hour. It took us a while to open up the mail and to go over the stuff.
Well, I had a lot I had to say, because you get those individuals out there that just are not right in the head, and more importantly, they're not right in the heart, and something does need to be said.
Yeah.
Because we need people to stand up and lead and show the need, and that's what we want to do.
If this was your first live hanging out with us, hopefully we didn't scare you off too much, and Jeremy didn't make it too awkward with his shorts pulled all the way to his torso. That was kind of awkward, Jeremy. Jeremy usually
that's
likes
awkward?
to sing
Wait till
a
I sing
lullaby.
this song.
oh boy.
If you love what the Hales type,
Boy.
what the
You're welcome, Flutter Yo.
you love what the Hales type, what the Hales. If you love what the Hales.
There'll be more free giveaways next week.
And you want to put some wind in the Camp Patmos sails. If you love what the Hales.
We love you guys. Special thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Special thank you to all of our awesome moderators. Thank you to everyone who sent fan mail, and a special thank you to everyone who sent a super chat. We love you. We appreciate you.
Type what the hell.
We'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square. Say goodnight, Jeremy.
Good night, Jeremy.